There we go. Okay. I just gotta resize this bitch. And save. I may or may not have clipped that so close I'm gonna break. Perfect. It's what I would have wanted. Okay, continue. I said continue. Oh, do not tell me that my previous save... Wait, did I not save? No. 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 Ugh. Oh my god, do I have to fucking do it all again? It should have auto-saved, yeah. Why didn't it? History? No, return. Back? Back? Settings? Title? Yes. Where are my saves? Oh my god. Okay. Unless it's like another page. For some reason. Nope. Where? What? Meh. Meh. Ugh. Can I skip? Is that a thing I can do? Return. Okay. Point and click. We are going to... Can I skip this? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, it's skipping. Nice. Okay. Huh. Okay. Oh, thank God there's a skip feature. Okay, this isn't too bad. I love watching their expressions change at, like, Mach speed. Okay. This is where I left off? I'm gonna fucking save. Okay. We for sure saw that I quick saved. We all saw that. Alright. Here we go. Alone. It was an inescapable fact. Oh. The quick save just doesn't do shit, I guess. Okay. You saved the playthrough, Bacardi. You're my hero. It was an inescapable fact. He was unlovable, detestable, undesirable. Nothing he did could help him to escape that. No matter where he went, those eyes filled with hate would follow him. Those gazes would burn him alive where he stood. Their words would pierce him like blades, stabbing down to his very core. His essence would darken and crumble away into nothingness. You deserved it, they would say. If you'd listened to us, that wouldn't have happened, they would scream. I think quick save only saves a part of the text you left off from your main save, or it just updates the regular save. Oh, so I guess I gotta, like, manually save first. Okay, noted. Well, we've done that now. Why couldn't you be normal? A cry would sound. Even here, far beyond where the words, or where those words could find him, he would still feel them in his chest, in his mind, in his heart. You will always be alone. Always. No one else could love you. No one else will put up with you. You just curl up into a ball and just curl up into a ball already and die. Die. Just die. Noah slowly opened his eyes. He still sat in front of his easel. On it, a new canvas, still blank. His eyes darted back towards the painting that had appeared the night before. A nightmare. Disgusting, warped. A reflection of a father who would never love his son, who could never love his son. It was beautiful. It was everything he'd ever wished for. He stood from his place, stretching out his sore shoulders. His bones creaked and ached from years of being bent over his work. Absent-mindedly, he picked up the remote and turned on the TV. Background noise, white noise to fill the void where he had been left empty. But for some reason, he found his eyes trained on the screen. We now have permission to share imagery of the strange markings that had been appearing on the bodies of the deceased. On the screen, a man laid with his eyes closed, never to reopen. Vines wrapped around his arms, trailing up to his throat, and finally growing onto his face. They centered on a flower in the middle of the man's forehead. Beauty in death. This man was found in his home late last night. Previously, his wife was found in the same condition. Police are still investigating whether foul play was involved. The camera zoomed out to show the rest of the man's face. Noah froze. Is it Dad? His eyes traveled to his painting, then back to the screen. It was his father. There was no doubt about it. Without second thought, Noah jumped to his feet and approached the TV. He held onto it tight, searching for some kind of answer. Was he sad his father was gone? Oh, and they talked about his wife also having it, so that was Mom. Oh, Mom and Dad died the same weird way. No. But what I saw last night. So far, the police have not shared any leads. We'll keep you updated as the case unfolds. Is it possible? Did he die because of what happened yesterday? But that wasn't really him, just a shadow in a dream. Those words swirled around in his head, threatening to consume him. Questions surfaced one after another, but he couldn't think of a single answer. He felt as if he was going crazy. I need to talk to someone. Anyone. But who would understand? Who would care? He had nobody after all. Kaine. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Gotta get my Steam guide up. Where'd I put it? Right there. Okay, cool. This one. Alrighty. Noah grimaced at the thought. All he did to push him away, all he did to make him leave, and now he needed him. What did I do with my phone? He searched high and low before remembering he put it in the bin. With a sigh, he reached in and managed to find it. He switched it on. 11 missed calls from his father. He deleted the record and instead tried to call Kaine. Your service has been disconnected. Please visit us at... Fuck. Noah hung up quickly before slamming his phone down. Bills. It was always bills. The money he'd saved was reaching its end. Fuck, Kaine, why aren't you here when I need you? He's probably at work. Of course he is. Noah's eyes glanced towards his front door. For a moment, he wondered. Wondered what life would be like if he had a job, a family that cared, colleagues, friends, a life, perhaps a lover, a pet. Before he realized it, his hand was on the doorknob. His palms were sweaty, Mom's spaghetti, and his breath shaky. I'm not scared. It's not scary. I just hate it. At first, he wasn't scared. He withdrew because he hated it. Hated other people, hated their fake happiness, hated that they had futures that were taken from him. He knew they were all liars, cheats, backstabbers. But now it had been too long. How many years since he last walked in the sunlight? Too many. Still, he turned that doorknob and stepped into the bright light. Oh god, it is bright. A mirage of happiness spread before Noah. Sunlight fell upon his face. In the distance, a dark storm cloud rolled out. He raised a hand to cover his eyes, unused to the light. Me, every time I wake up and have to, go outside when the sun's out. Ugh. He thought it would feel good, the sun on his face after so long. But it didn't. It felt wasted on him. His eyes glued to the ground, Noah walked down the sidewalk, careful not to meet anyone's gaze. He wandered and wandered, every step further from his home, his comfort, making his heart beat even faster. I think I know where Kaine works. I should know the way. His uneasy steps continued. A group of teenagers came barreling down the path. He held his breath as they went past, waiting for them to say something to him. Only when they had long passed could he breathe again. He walked, and then he walked some more, then just for good measure, walked further. At this point, he was sure he'd been walking in circles. Every street, every shop, every house looked like the last. He thought he knew where Kaine worked, but he didn't. As it turned out, he knew very little about Kaine anymore. Overwhelmed with the sights and sounds, he crouched down to the ground, covering his face with his arms. In that exact moment, the heavens opened. Noah was torn between staying where he was and running to find cover, but in the end, his legs wouldn't move. Couldn't. They made the decision for him. I'm so stupid. Fuck, why did I leave? If I'd just waited, he would have come over eventually. It's all just a stupid coincidence. My parents' death, the markings on my dad's forehead. It means nothing. Kaine would just laugh at me if he could see me now. A group of businessmen walked by him, chatting and laughing. Noah couldn't help but look away, embarrassed by himself. Look at him. Do you think he's homeless? That or a druggie. Better stay away. God damn. Judgmental old fuckers. They laughed at him. He thought he was used to those words, but they still hurt. Noah looked up in time to lock eyes with the one person he was hoping to see. You guys go on ahead. Yes, it is very good. It's very loud in my ear, but like in a good way. So I'm just like, I'm grooving. I love cello, and this is just, oomph. Seriously, chef's fucking kiss. Kaine's gonna go buy some drugs. Good luck, man. Okay, hold on. Kaine ignored the others and jogged over to where Noah was still crouched on the pavement. He quickly tipped his umbrella over to Noah. I love Kaine so much. Also, I saw like a cropped version of the CG. Because I saved a bunch of CGs that I got off of like the Steam screenshots section for like YouTube thumbnails. I want to see if I can get the whole thing. Is there a way to hide? Noah, what are you doing out here? What's wrong? Okay, hold on. Okay, if I quick save. That didn't change. Okay. Yes. Okay. There's usually a way to, like, hide it. Settings? Preferences? Maybe that's why the CG was cut off. Oh, if I just click on it. Kaine, I was looking for you. God, I'm trying so hard to figure this out. I want the whole image. Hold on. Dreambound. How to hide a dialogue box? Ooh, that final note of the song is so good. Oh, somebody got the whole image? How'd you do that? How do you do it? Somebody tell me. Is this made with Rempy? Oh, God. There's usually just like a... You just kind of like click on it. But it won't do it. Okay, I did save right on this, so we can always go back and get it later. But yeah, I can't find anything fucking specific to this game. How'd you do it? Okay, whatever. Anyway. Okay, also noted, if I just right click, I can get to the save screen. Okay, okay. I hit back. Oh, it goes back in the dialogue. Oh. Oh, that's a useful button. Okay. I was looking for you. You should have called. It's just lucky I happened to be walking past. My phone's dead. Didn't pay the bill. Right. Sorry, I should have guessed. My parents are dead. What? Kaine's face said all the words he couldn't think to say. Noah, I'm so sorry. I know you didn't have the best relationship, but... How do you feel? About them being dead? Nothing. Even if you hate them, I'm sure you're not feeling nothing right now. I can't even say I hate them. It's been too long. It's just burnt out. I don't have the energy to hate them anymore. Noah. With a frown, Kaine helped Noah to his feet, brushing off his clothes. God, we're just two sad boys in the rain. That's the name of this VOD. Let me walk you home. We can talk on the way, okay? Noah nodded, unsure of where to start. It's not just about them being dead, it's how they died. This might sound crazy, but the world collapsed around them. And as they disappeared, someone else stepped into the place they'd just been. Hey yo, hello? Hollow boy? You got the vines with the flowers. Did you do it? Hello? Falling. That familiar feeling that could be felt in the pit of Noah's stomach. That feeling he hated. Just when he thought he'd be stuck in limbo forever, he suddenly stopped. Oh, we're both here. Fields rolled on for miles and miles, a landscape that, while not entirely natural, looked anything but. Noah stood up from the grass. Beside him, Kaine did the same. What the? Where are we? Kaine's eyes were wide as he searched around the landscape for anything he could recognize. Of course, he couldn't find anything, because this wasn't a place he'd ever been before. It was far removed from the reality Kaine knew. This is... Before Noah could begin to explain, his arms were suddenly ripped from his side and shoved roughly behind his back. What the fuck? 2 clicks sounded, and they were locked behind him. Did I just get handcuffed? Trespassers this far into the kingdom? We best throw them straight into jail. If the king finds out, he'll be furious. Bro, we just spawned here. Jail? King? I think you misunderstand. We're just... Silence! A guard pushed him forward, causing Kaine to stumble. Noah noticed his arms were also handcuffed behind his back. We're not from here. This is a mistake. Shut up, vermin. Jesus Christ. Noah, start explaining. We're inside someone's dream. Have you eaten something funny? Look, I know I sound insane, but just look around you. Do you really think I'm lying? Do you think I have the energy to lie to you right now? You brought us here? Ace playing VR chat. I see you. I see you there. No, I didn't. And that's what I'm so confused about. I don't want to be here. I wouldn't choose to come here, but lately I've been dragged into dreams repeatedly without choice. It never used to happen like this. Kaine's face had long since drained of color. The guards continued to march forward, pushing them towards the castle. They ignored the words of the men dressed in strange clothes, deciding they were obviously crazy. Then, by it never used to happen like this, you mean... Ever since we were in high school, I've been able to do it, to enter dreams. How? Why? I don't know. I have no clue. Why didn't you tell me? Why do I have to tell you everything? Kaine looked away, hurt by his words. How do we leave? You can leave once the dreamer is happy for you to leave. Then what do we do? What happens if they're not happy? Then they wake up and we, I don't know, die, I guess? Very comforting. Which wouldn't be the worst thing to happen. Noah, I'm not going to die in a place like this. Then we better work out whose dream this is. Well, maybe I could if my arms weren't handcuffed. Hey, let us go! They marched Kaine and Noah into the castle as the two struggled against their captors. The corridors twisted and turned, filled with darkness and stale air. Their footsteps echoed through the empty space as they walked between sets of bars. Noah glanced from cell to cell. In some, the people moved, skulking about in the shadows, tracking their movements. In others, Noah would have been surprised if the inmates weren't already long dead. Skin hung from their bodies, much too scrawny to support their lives any longer. They laid in their cells, unmoving. Noah, this doesn't feel like a dream. This feels real. Because we're actually here, our bodies aren't in the real world anymore. The guards finally stopped their march, pulling on Kaine and Noah's handcuffs. The metal bit into their wrists, leaving deep red marks that ached. Go ahead and rot in there. The handcuffs fell from their wrists with a click, and their backs were shoved hard with a blunt object. The hilt of a sword, Noah guessed. They stumbled forward, landing in a cell. The bars were swiftly slammed behind them, and the door locked with a key. Hey, don't we get a trial or something? Don't ignore me. Hey, come back here. Crap. Behind them, they hung the keys from a hook just out of reach of the cell, as if to tease them with their freedom. These assholes. Shit. Noah, this isn't good. You don't say. Noah cast his eyes around the cell until they came into contact with something. Oof. No, not something. Someone. A man sat leaning against the stone wall, chains keeping him from moving. Every cell in Noah's body froze. Is it his dad? Not him. Why does it have to be him? Kaine's eyes followed Noah's before they settled on the man. Is that Mr. Floyd? Sure looks like it. So, is it his dream? Probably. Who's Mr. Floyd? Is that the teacher? Do you want me to... I'll handle it. Wait, before either of us do any handling, can we talk for a minute? Sure, because we have time to spare. Just a minute, please. Yeah, that sounds about right. Noah crossed his arms, waiting for the questions to start. Why were we pulled in here out of nowhere? I have no clue. Like I said, it's never happened like this before. Every other time, it was by choice. Which makes yesterday even stranger. What about yesterday? Noah waited up in his mind, wondering whether he should tell Kaine or not. Eventually, he decided to tell him the truth. Thank God. I stopped coming into dreams years ago. Then yesterday, just like this, I was pulled into one. It was my father's dream, I think. And I saw him get shot. Then this morning, he turned up dead. What? His eyes went wide. Are my cats about to fight? Bro, I'm trying to be serious here. Stop wrestling. Dumbasses. Are they connected? I don't know. Maybe. Those markings that have been appearing. People dying in dreams. That's what I came to talk to you about. Anyway, let's just work on getting out of here, okay? Kaine nodded in response. Noah slowly approached the man, one step at a time. Eventually, he looked up from the ground and stared hard at Noah. Noah? Oh, it definitely is the teacher, for sure, for sure. Also, we're gonna do that. Okay. Return. Why is he dreaming about him being locked up in a dungeon? Then again, I can't really judge. I've had some really weird fucking dreams. Noah flinched. Of all the people, he wished to see this man the least. What did Mr. Floyd do? I said I would bang him last stream. If he's a bad guy, I take it back. I take it back. Mr. Floyd, we need to get you out of here. Out? No. Can't leave. Won't leave. Too scared. There's nothing to be scared about. This is a dream. You have the ability to alter it as you will. Come on, let's go. Also, hold on. I just noticed my email thing was still up. I don't want to hear notifications while I'm playing. No, I can't. Fine. What are you scared of? The shadowy figure. He has a gun. Alarm bells rung in Noah's mind. He looked back towards Kaine, who was already frowning. No one's going to hurt you. He shook as if he was going to burst into tears at any moment. Noah sighed. Looks like I'll have to do this the hard way. Then let me help you. You'll help me? After everything? What did he do? Yes, just stay there while I work out how to get you unbolted. Then we'll leave together. Wait, Noah, I want to apologize. Noah turned his back, uninterested in where the conversation was going. What did he do? What did this man do? Did he out him? I don't have any use for your apologies. If it were up to me, I would leave you here to rot, but Kaine doesn't deserve to share that fate. Get him unbolted and get the door unlocked. This should be interesting. What do we do? We get him out of here, then we'll be able to leave. You make that sound way too easy. Oh, it won't be. We're in a hurry too, if he wakes up. Right, let's look around. Ooh, I finally get to do some point and click stuff? Ooh. Okay. Bucket of water. A dubious bucket. That's even worse. Let's look at it. Kaine. Noah. There really is no way to get around looking at it, is there? Ugh. Holding his nose, Noah peered over the edge of the bucket. A murky liquid sat still inside. There's absolutely no way I'm putting my hand in there. Well, I dibs not. How old are you? Last time I checked, 24. Look at his cute face. Haha. Me being hilarious aside, do you think there really would be something hidden in there? I mean, in a horror game, there's usually something hidden in the toilet, so, I mean, a dubious bucket's kind of like a upgrade from that, I would think. I wouldn't put it past him. No one wants to put their hand in there. I mean, we got utensils and shit around here, right? Let's use one of those. Why don't we leave this as our last resort? Yeah, probably a good idea. Unless you'd rather stick your hand in there. No, let's just leave this for now. Okay. Bed. Box with buttons? What's this? And what's that on the front? Noah turned the hexagon-shaped knobs, but nothing seemed to happen. It looks like it's missing a button. Probably no point messing with it until we can fix it. You know? I bet I know where that button is. Also, there's like numbers over here. If I can get over it. There we go. Wall engravings. Noah knelt down to the ground by the wall, peering at something that had been scratched into the stone. I bet that has something to do with this hexagonal box. Or maybe this. There's something here. 15, 28, 37, 46. Are these multiples of something? I'm not good at math. Oh god, please no. Let me take a look. Kneeling down by Noah's side, he glanced at the numbers marked on the wall. What exactly is that supposed to mean? Good question. Was Mr. Floyd a math teacher? I can't remember. Let's keep this in mind. Okay, I want to look at this journal then. The bedside table. Standing proudly next to the worn down bed was a wooden bedside table. On top, a small candle bolted to the surface. He bolted the candle to the surface? Noah approached it carefully before reaching down to touch the surface. Clean. What's in the drawer? Let's find out, shall we? Grabbing onto the handle, Noah pulled gently, but it refused to budge. I think it's locked. What kind of prison lets their prisoners have a locked drawer? This one, apparently. I suppose anything's fair game in a dream. Let's find something to unlock it. Noah turned to the chained-up man still stuck on the wall, but he refused to look back at him. Hey, what's in here? Just leave him. He obviously doesn't want to talk to us. Something to open. Oh, I just noticed this isn't like a table. This is the bed. Okay, noted. With an unsteady heart, Noah looked towards a large bed that sat in the center of the room. Pretty much what I expected a medieval prison bed to look like. Guess I'll check it just in case. I'm not too excited about digging through someone's used bedding though. Want me to do it? Noah blinked in surprise for a moment before nodding. It was Kaine he was with, after all. He had always been the kind of person who would happily take the jobs no one else wanted to do. Doesn't seem to be much here. In the pillow? He felt through the pillowcase, his eyes going wide. Nice thinking. He pulled out something small and metallic. A key, perhaps? Nope, a screwdriver. We can still open the drawer with that. How did he get this in here anyway? Probably watched one too many TV shows and thinks everyone has a screwdriver hidden in their cell. Well, that works for me. Hopefully he dreamt up somewhere we can use this thing though. Or use this thing too. Kaine quickly handed the screwdriver over to Noah, his hand lingering on the other man's for just a moment before he pulled away. Also, shouldn't there be apostrophe for man's? Oh well. Oh no, an ad break. Okay. The clinking of metal on metal continued in the background, ever present. Somewhere in the prison, a whip dug into the flesh of an inmate. Their scream was inaudible. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay. Here we go. Bars. Outside the bars, various voices could be heard. Some barely more than whispers. Fleeting words never to be discovered. Others were screams and shouts, the sounds of those never to be released begging for freedom. Kaine, even if these people aren't real, this isn't right. Unless you feel like staying here with them, we need to get out of here. That's all well and good to say, but there's a thick set of bars stopping us from leaving. Oi, be quiet in there! A guard walked past, bashing the hilt of his sword against the metal bars. Noah and Kaine jumped back in surprise. Seeing someone with a sword wasn't on my bingo card for the day. Just aside the bars, the keys hung on a hook by a rope, out of reach. The rope trailed down to the ground, begging to be pulled on. The keys are hanging right there. If we could just reach them. From this far away? Maybe there's something in here we could use to grab it. I suppose it'll be more difficult than that, though. Hey, what's that? Kaine pointed towards the ground outside of the bars, where a piece of paper sat. That wasn't there before. Quickly, grab it. Okay, let's get that. Looking back and forth quickly for any more guards, Noah peered at the paper that had been dropped outside the cell. Stretching his arm between the metal bars, Noah reached out far enough to touch it with his fingertips. Kaine watched over his shoulder, inspecting the newly acquired item. Oh god, this... Oh, schedule. This font. William, Edward, Henry, and Ralph? 7-1. 7 to 1, like 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., 4 a.m. to 8 p.m., or 4 a.m. to 8 p.m., or 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. 2 to 6, 1 to 7. Okay. They just dropped their fucking schedule? A schedule? Yeah, it's a schedule? Looks like it. 7 till 1, 4 till 8, 2 till 6, 1 till 7. But who knows what time it is now anyway? Maybe it means nothing. Let's just hope the guards won't be breathing down our necks while we're trying to, you know, escape. Beyond the bars, keeping the three inside the cell from freedom, a hollow noise sounded, metallic in nature. A shiver ran down Noah's back as he echoed through the prison, the source unknown. Yeah. Excuse-moi. For now, let's just take another look around. What about the ball and chain? Two metal bells hung from the ceiling, motionlessly, without even a breeze to see them sway. Could a breeze make these fucking things sway? They look way too heavy. In a far-off cell, someone dragged their life-deprived body over to the hard, cold ground, slowed by the ball and chains strapped to their ankles. They collapsed, the last light in their eyes finally disappearing. Maybe this is where I belong. Okay. I mean, I still want to use the screwdriver on this fucking drawer. Month-old sweat marks littered the dirty bedding, soon to be lost in the abyss between dreams, destined to only ever hold one. And that's probably a good thing, too. Next time, dream up a cleaner bed. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Decided to dig around in his bed after all. No. I think I'll leave that to the experts, namely you. Okay, fucking... How do? Box with the buttons. Oh, here we go. Oh, that turns. Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna reset that, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, because I don't know. Why didn't we have to dream about it down to a detail like this? The sniffle came from behind, and Noah tried his best to ignore it. Oh, here we go. Screwdriver. Oh. That's how we do it. Yes. Okay. Return. Wait, no, go back. I didn't read that. Kaine quickly took the screwdriver and went to work, but no matter how much he tried, it refused to budge. Jesus, what's this drawer made out of? I suppose he dreamed up a specific way to open it. Nothing else will work. Fine, let's keep looking. Okay, can I use the screwdriver on the bucket? With the screwdriver in one hand, and with his will to live very quickly diminishing, Noah turned towards the bucket. I guess there's no choice. What's the plan here? Unscrew it? And let the contents spill all over the floor? No. I'm just going to check if there's anything actually in there. The screwdriver dipped into the murky liquid, deeper and deeper, until it hit something with a soft twang. There's something in there. Oh? But I'm still not sticking my bare hand in that thing. I don't know what's in there. I think I could take a guess. Please don't. Okay. Oh god, it's like so finicky. There we go. No, go back. Get out of here. What now? Nothing. It's just a hunch, but I feel like these numbers are related to the ones on the schedule. You think? How? I haven't worked out that part yet. It's bars. I can't look at this. Ball and chains. Bed. Okay. Wait, give me that. Can I... Noah knelt down by the engravings again, his thumb passing over the indents. You would think a teacher would know not to vandalize things. He probably sat here and chipped away at the wall with the screwdriver slowly over time. Or was it already here when the dream started? Who knows? It's been a long time since I last saw him. Yeah, me too. I wonder if he still teaches. I heard he quit after, you know. I don't know. What happened? You can just say it, after he was fired because of me. It wasn't your fault. He started it with what he did. What did he do? What did he do? He got what he deserved. Do you ever wish something worse happened to him? Always. Did he like... Oh god. Did he like... S.A. him? You know? Sexual assault him? Because I'm gonna take the screwdriver and I'm gonna shove it in his dick. If that's the case. Noah, you know, you never told me what he said to your parents. It doesn't matter anymore. Okay, clear selection. Oh. Are you serious? Wait, hold on. No, put that away. I'm looking at this. There's a loose brick here? The room was cold, chilling the inhabitants down to their bones. The cool stone of the walls reminded them that they weren't welcome. Noah reached up and ran his fingers over them. Freezing to the touch, the moisture clung to his skin. It feels just as lifelike as I remember. You said you used to do this a lot, didn't you? Are they always like this? Like what? So hostile? I thought I saw the people around me at their worst. I thought I knew to some extent how unwanted I was. As it turned out, that was only a fraction of how they really felt. The truths people kept to themselves, the secrets they hold, the way people truly think about you. You'll find them all here. So, yes, they're all like this in a way. Noah, not everyone is like that. Everyone that's left is like that. Kaine is right there! I'm gonna love the shit out of this man to make up for everything. The stone shifted beneath Noah's palm as he ran his hand across the dark gray wall. This stone is loose. Can you pull it out? No, it's still too heavy. There must be something around here we could use to break it. I have a screwdriver. Let's keep looking. All right. And Noah? I would never do anything to hurt you. You know that. Yeah, maybe. Okay, screwdriver. Gotta use it on the wall. Get this out of here. Loose brick. Loose brick. There it is. The single pixel. Gripping the screwdriver in his hand, Noah turned towards the loose stone brick. You're really going to go at it with that little screwdriver? You have any better ideas? Well, no, but... Fine, you might as well give it a go. He lifted the small tool and stabbed at the stone as if it were flesh. Unfortunately, it still wasn't enough. Damn it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure there's something else in here we can use. Well... Their selection. What if I just look at it again? Like, what if I swing the ball and chain into the wall? So that's how it is. How what is? The ball and chains hanging from the ceiling. They line up perfectly with that loose brick. Nice job. I hadn't noticed that. Let's give it a go. With some effort, Noah pulled the heavy ball back as far as he could and let it go. It sailed through the air before crashing into that brick, smashing it to pieces. Good job. Thanks. Oh, they're smiling. They're smiling at each other. They're smiling. I'm gonna save it right fucking there. Hold on. Hold on. Right there. We're not gonna forget this moment. Initially excited, Noah frowned to himself before he composed his face. I mean, it's no big deal. We just gotta get out of here. You still did a good job. There's nothing wrong with being happy about that. This isn't the place to be happy. There's nothing wrong with happiness. Okay, now we got a metal grate. Behind the crumbled remains of the loose brick was a thick metal grate, held on tight by 4 screws. Now I can finally use a screwdriver. Okay. Can you see what's behind it? Noah peered in with no luck. Nope, we'll have to get this grate off. Well, good thing I have a screwdriver then. With precision... Hold on. Keep forgetting right-click will open that menu. With precision, Noah raised the screwdriver to the 4 screws in the corners of the grates, quickly removing it from the wall. I knew that screwdriver would come in useful eventually. But what's this behind the grate? It's a box. Clear selection. Get rid of that. Strange box. Noah and Kaine approached the hole in the wall to find a small square box. Tentatively, Noah reached out and picked it up. He turned it around in his grasp. There didn't seem to be anything noteworthy on its surface except for 4 unmarked buttons on the front. What is this supposed to be? Good question. What else has to do with buttons in this room? That thing on the bed. He pressed a few of the buttons, but nothing eventful happened. Do you think we have to press them in the right order? Probably. Nothing's easy. Wait, did he say 4 buttons? Hold on. Can I scroll up? We're gonna go back. 4 unmarked buttons. There are 4 numbers on the wall. Okay, I see what you're doing, game. Do you think we have to press them in the right order? Probably nothing's easy. How are we meant to guess? It could be anything. There should be a clue somewhere in the room. That's how dreams usually work, hopefully. Kaine nodded in response, his eyes caught on the small box. Or we could try to smash it? And if it has something breakable in it? Right, well, I'm sure we have half a brain between us. We can figure it out, or we can work it out. Speak for yourself. This. Yes, this right here. If I use that in the strange box. Noah stared hard at the numbers that graced the guard's schedule, his eyes almost boring holes into the sheet of old parchment. This must be connected. Okay, back to this. What now? Nothing, it's just a hunch. Okay, how do I connect these 2 dots here? Bars, I mean... Oh, okay. I'm looking at the guide now for this part. Oh, no. Clear selection. I just want something to tell me the schedule. Copy. Paste. Nope, that didn't copy. There we go. Okay. I just need that. 7 till 1. 4 till 8. Seven till 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And then 4. Ah, okay. Okay, so that was 8 presses. Okay, so it's not like the time between those. Buttons correspond to the numbers etched to the wall. I mean, I figured that much out, but... Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh! Oh, I see. I see. Are you okay? I'm fine. It just shocked me a little. Let me take over. It's fine. I got this. I do got this, actually. I just need to fucking see... Oh, God. God. Can I have these 2 things up at the same time? Wait. I got this. Hold on. Oh, God. If I can just click on it. There we go. Okay. Give me my snipping tool. My image snipping tool. Give me that. Yes. New. Okay. And that's gonna be over here. On my other screen. Yes. We got this. Okay, hold on. I'm a genius. I got this puzzle fucking figured out. I have 1 brain cell clinging on for dear life, but it's working. It's doing the job. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's... Unless it's like backwards. Are you okay? I'm fine. Just shock me a little. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll do it backwards then. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. Ow. Fuck me. Oh, but then there's also the schedule. Okay, hold on. Okay. Nope. I need the guard schedule up as well. There we go. Okay. So, I got a screenshot and I got the schedule written in chat so I can look at it. Okay. 7 to 1. Okay. 7 to 1. 4 to 8. 2 to 6. And then 1 to 7? That was it! Hell yeah. I fucking got this. I got this. Bring it on, game. I got this shit. The box in Noah's hand dinged lightly before the box opened, revealing what was inside. Is it the missing button? No, it's a key to the drawer, which might have the missing button. But what's in the bucket? Besides possibly a shit. A key? What? What are you yelling at? Meow? Like my orange cat, my Scottish fold kill. He's just on my bed yelling for no reason. This is too easy though. Way too easy. But was it easy? I needed a screenshot and like stuff written in my chat. What do you mean? Noah stared at it, untrusting. Seriously, sometimes things can just be easy. Come on. This is something to celebrate about. I guess so. Fine, let's try it out. A sigh escaped Noah's lips as he rubbed the back of his neck, eyes darting away from Kaine. Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. It's just... it doesn't matter. Don't leave me hanging like that. Thanks for being here, I guess. A look of surprise crossed Kaine's face at Noah's honest words. Well, it's not like I had much choice, but I'd come with you anytime. I'd just rather never come back here, to be honest. Yeah, me too. I think this is probably the most you've spoken to me in years, you know? Sorry. Okay. Key. Bedside table. The key slipped in with a soft click before opening. Of course it opens the drawer. Maybe there'll be another key inside? Only one way to find out. With a creaking hollow sound, the drawer opened. The inside was bare except for... gloves? Really? Ah! To reach in the bucket. Okay. Honestly, I thought at this point they were gonna just like skip over the bucket as like a red herring, but nope. Button is not in the key, or not in the drawer, instead it's gloves. To reach into the bucket where the button is. My very first guess. What is it? Well... Kaine scratched at his face awkwardly, his gaze facing away. Yeah? Did you find one of them? Like, the whole thing? Because I only ever found a cropped version. Yes! Yes, send it to me in Discord, please. I googled for that CG, like, so many times. I wanted the whole thing, but all I could find was the damn cropped version. Noah followed his line of sight until it landed on something he wanted to ignore. Yep, he figured it out. Fantastic. Wait, what's that? From the game file. Oh. You are a lifesaver. Wait, what's that? Unless you can't save it from the game file. Or if you can use the snipping tool? You could just send it in the general Discord. Or even in just like the image channel. I'm putting you to work, man. But thank you. Looking down, Noah noticed something else. Something scratched onto the wood. Let's take a closer look at that. On the wood? On the wood of the box? Or is it on the wood of the bucket? Doobie's bucket. I can't believe I'm doing this. The offer still stands if you want me to give it a go instead. No, I can at least do this much for myself. There's nothing wrong with depending on me. With a slight frown, Noah discarded any response he had for Kaine and dipped his hand into the bucket. So? Slowly, as if he was scared to find out exactly what he just grabbed hold of, he pulled the object into sight. A bottle. Okay, not what I was expecting. The glass was darkened and dirty, hiding whatever was inside of it. Kaine leant in close as the cork was removed. Noah flipped the bottle over, letting the contents fall onto the rock ground with a clack. Facing upwards from the ground was a tiny hexagon with a crescent moon design. It's me. I'm the puzzle master. I'm the one who locked you in here this whole time. I'm your own personal Sam Reich. Not what I was expecting, honestly. This better have been worth sticking my hand in that filth for. Oh, Jesus, Mr. Floyd. You're just talking all of a sudden. That bucket was only used for a ceiling leak. It's just been sitting there for a while. Looks like you got all worked up for nothing, hey? Thank God. And honestly, that tracks. I mean, there's just water all the way around it. And I mean, if it was like shit water, you would have fucking smelt it. So, you know. Okay. This is the button. The puzzle piece locked into place. So I was right. It was the button. It was in a bottle, but it's still the button. Placed alongside the others, waiting to be turned. Well, that's that fixed. Okay. It's a crescent moon puzzle. I already figured that one out. Yep. didn't they say something etched in the wood? Yeah. Oh. Da 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 da. Okay, give me my snipping tool again. Snip tool. I'm gonna put you to work for puzzle solving again. Okay. Leave this over here. Okay. What do you think this is supposed to mean? Well, that's a good question. Well, whether we can work it out right now or not, I think it's probably important. Helpful. The box with the buttons. Okay. Look at this. Out, 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 out. Right. Hum. How do? Oh, wait. Do I have to, like... There's 4 of these. 4 of those. Oh. Okay. 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 Duh. No. What is the order of this? Each column has the arrows in the drawer corresponds with the ways you have to turn the hexagons. I figured that part out, yeah? Oh. Da. Oh. In the end, I could kind of just brute force that, because I'm not sure I totally understood the arrows. Ah! The 4 buttons locked in place with a click. Kaine and Noah leant over, waiting for something to happen. It's not really as satisfying as the other puzzles, is it? It was also more confusing. Maybe if it made a noise. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just see what's inside this thing. A candle? Interesting. Noah froze in place. That voice, that same voice, it never changed. Noah, you don't have to talk to him if you don't want to. I don't have much choice if I want to get out of here. What is it? I didn't mean to. All this time, I just wanted to see you again, to apologize. Well, here I am, and this means nothing because this isn't really you. You're acting sorry for yourself, that's all. Do you think you're the victim here? Do you think I have to forgive you just because you want me to? No, I'd rather you sit there and feel sorry for yourself. Don't bother talking to me unless you're going to help us leave. What did he do? What did he Ew. Okay, well. I got a candle, so... Nope, that's just the arrows. Helpful. Okay. Don't tell me, I kind of like trying to figure this out. I did glance at the guide for this fucking button box puzzle, but the other ones I figured out on my own. So I felt pretty good about that. Oof. Or also with Floyd, yeah. I want to figure that out later and then be enraged with whatever he did. Damn, he cute too. God damn it. Why he gotta be problematic? Fuck. But I did start this fucking stream off with my theme for the Monwa Rex for the week. Which is apparently your problematic faves. The toxic couples. That you can't help but enjoy. Candle. Candle, bedside table? The man changed the wall, shuffled in place. Metal scraped against the stone, a sound so jarring and discomforting that Kaine couldn't help but shift from foot to foot. As Noah turned towards the sound, a scene came to mind. Outside, the sun high in the sky, someone stood at the front of a classroom, writing something on a whiteboard. He tapped his pen against the desk as the teacher's voice became background noise. He glanced to the side. A boy with blonde hair and round glasses glanced back at him, then smiled. The scene fell away into nothingness, and in its place was his childhood teacher, huddled on the floor, completely alone? Noah turned away from the shell of a man and to the bedside table. On it, bolted down, was a small lantern. He quickly dipped his candle into it, lighting the wick immediately. The flame flickered from side to side. Noah's breath caught in his throat. Freedom. We throw the candle at the rope holding the key so that it burns away and then the key drops and we can get it? Lit candle. Bars. This is it. What is what? What are you doing? This is our only choice. Look. Noah pointed towards the key, which hung from a thin rope that fell to the stone ground. Around it, some kind of dark liquid. Mm-hmm. You're going to bet everything on throwing a candle towards a rope? Don't you think that looks like oil? If it catches fire and the key drops to the ground, we should be able to reach it. Right. Alright, I trust you. Let's do this. Noah swallowed hard. Calming his shaking hand, he held tight to the lit candle, sizing up just how far he'd had to throw it. And there. Gently, as to not put it out before it even reached the rope, Noah tossed it toward the key. In an instant, the puddle of oil went up in flames, and the rope quickly followed suit. Moments later, the key fell to the stone floor with a clang, almost bouncing towards Noah. He reached between the bars as far as he could, to the point where his shoulder ached from being pressed into the hard metal. And finally, it was in his grasp. A key, made of a dark, rusted metal, sat against his palm. He clutched it to his chest. Yes! You got it? As he stood from the ground, Kaine wrapped an arm around Noah's shoulders, pulling him close and almost ruffling his hair. Kaine. I never doubted you for a second. I love him so much. I'm gonna cry. Bullshit. Hey, get off of me. Something about the scene playing out in a dimly lit, dirty prison inside a dream made Noah feel nostalgic. Like nothing had ever changed. Like he was a school kid with all of the hope of the future ahead of him. A smile fell from his face as the weight of the future, of his present, slowly weighed on him. This feeling, this nostalgia, how could he feel it? How could he dare to feel happiness? He pulled away from Kaine and brushed his clothes off. Come on, I'll unlock the chains. Kaine, who was smiling along Noah, also paused in his excitement. He scratched the back of his head as if embarrassed from his sudden outburst. Oh, he looks kind of bashful up there. Trying to get my fucking horns out of the way. There you go. Ugh, he's so precious. He's also got that tan complexion, light brown hair, beautiful blue eyes. I love him. Right. And that's why we're here anyway. It's time to go, Mr. Floyd. Can I really leave? I'm starting... Okay. My brain is very much tired, because again, I've been up for almost 24 hours now. But I'm suddenly starting to understand him being locked in a prison in his dream. Dreams are your subconscious. He's in a prison of his own making. His guilt. I get it. I see your symbolism game. His wrists were bloody and bruised. Yes, it's time to leave. For reasons unknown to even himself, Noah reached out to help his old teacher up from the ground. Mr. Floyd's face was filled with emotions, none of which seemed to win over the others. His mouth opened and closed, then opened and closed once again. He had something to say. He had many things to say. But nothing escaped his lips. Noah turned his back to the man and walked towards the locked door. The key slid effortlessly into the lock, and the door opened. At the same time, the world began to fall apart around them. The walls fell, the floors cracked, and the cell shook as if it wanted to tear itself apart from reality. Oh shit. Now it's an action movie. Mr. Floyd? Mr. Floyd looked as if he was reaching out to Noah. His mouth opened, but no words came out as he disappeared too. Noah grabbed Kaine's hand. Run, we gotta go. What's happening? The dream is falling apart. We don't have long. We need to get outside. Hand in hand, the two ran through the twisting corridors, searching for the light that would be their savior as the world crumbled around them. Booms echoed throughout the building, so loud they could feel it in their very cores. Oh, wow, this is so loud. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. And OBS. There we go. Kaine's hand in Noah's felt sweaty. Noah was sure his felt the same. His legs burnt, his muscles screamed out in pain, begging for relief. When had been the last time he'd run like this? Probably after... There, the door. They sprung out of the door into the world outside, just in time to watch the entire castle fall down into a heap. They get sucked out of existence. The world outside looked much the same as when they first arrived, but it soon wouldn't. Soon it too would collapse and disappear. A fleeting dream that could never truly exist. Ha! Shit. Let's go. How do we get out of here? If we go back to where we came, there should be a way. The two turned to leave. But someone stood in their way. Is it going to be a hollow jacket guy? No. A man with blonde hair and deep green eyes. What's his name? Crow? The Noah lookalike? Or not Noah. Fuck, I forgot his name. Jesus. Our first love lookalike. August, thank you. The two men froze. Their mouths hung open with surprise, and their eyes were so wide, it wouldn't have been a surprise to either of them if they simply burst out of their heads. The man smiled softly, a sweet smile that reminded one of a sunflower in full bloom, a sweet smile that could only belong to one person. August? He looked at Noah with sadness in his eyes. Noah. Noah had a million questions running through his mind, a million things he wanted to say, a million things he wanted to do. But his mouth wouldn't cooperate. He couldn't say a single word. How many times had he gone over a situation like this in his head? How many speeches had he prepared? Were he ever to see August again? Tears formed in the corners of his eyes. Kaine continued to stare, deep in confusion. How? Is he a part of the dream? Mr. Floyd knew him well, so it wouldn't be a surprise. But he looked so whole, so real. Who are you? My name is Krell. Who are you? He waited for those words he wished for so dearly. For him to be real, for him to be August. I am nobody, just a wanderer. You two had best be going before you cease to exist along with the rest of this world. The boy named Crow smiled at them, the same gentle smile that Noah knew so well. He wanted to run back to him to ask him those million questions. But instead he felt a tug at his hand. Kaine. Noah, we have to go. But he... When Noah looked back, he was gone. Sag, man. Super Sag. Just before the world turned in on itself, Kaine and Noah escaped. The same falling feeling, the same fear deep in his stomach. And then he was back. Back home, in a reality where he was alone. Boy, you have Kaine. He is right there. When Noah opened his eyes, he was once again in his house, sitting in front of his easel. On it, a half-completed painting. Green fields that twisted into something sinister, something beyond reason. He lifted his brush once again. And this time, every stroke came with ease. It was as if he was spilling his very soul onto this canvas. Each and every drop of paint reflected him. That ease was something he hadn't felt for far too long. But his mind was elsewhere. Crow. If Kaine hadn't, I could have asked you those million questions. I could have felt you again. Even if we could only chat for a little while, that would have been enough. Is it you? He looked just like you. His smile reminded me so much of yours. Crow and August. Please. A knock sounded from the front door, and for some reason, Noah stood from his painting and opened it. Something in the past he would have simply ignored. Perhaps his mind was too occupied for him to consider what he was doing. Perhaps, when he opened that door, somewhere deep inside of him hoped to see a certain someone with a smile like spring and eyes as deep as a forest. But the person on the other side of the door was a man he'd never seen before. That man with white hair pushed past Noah into his house. Noah stood still in shock, his eyes following the man in disbelief. It's the hollow jacket man. Yeah, that guy. He knocked over a few canvases from a forgotten couch in the corner of the room and sat down, making himself at home. I hate it because his design's so nice, but he's probably an asshole. Only a moment later, he picked up the remote and turned on the TV, kicking his leg up onto an abandoned painting. What the fuck? What the hell are you doing? Get out, or I'm going to call the police. Your phone service got cut off. His voice was flat and matter-of-fact. And how the hell would you know that? I saw the disconnection notice in your trash. Noah shut the door and approached the man, filled with apprehension. Who the hell just comes into someone's house, sits on their couch, and turns the TV on? What's going on? This game is super emotional. Whoever wrote this is like my cup of tea. This is like how I write. I love it. Alright, jackass, who are you? Yvonne. Noah finally got a good look at this Yvonne. His hair was bleached completely white, and his eyes were different colors. His clothes were strange, as if he belonged on a catwalk instead of surrounded by all of this mess. Still, he had no trouble making himself at home. He leant back onto the couch, completely uninterested in Noah. His eyes rested on the TV, his expression bored. What's going on? Finally, Noah noticed it. The vine pattern. Yep, markings that ran up his arm and neck. Markings he'd seen before, more than once, on that very same TV. What do you want from me? I'm staying here tonight. I don't have anywhere else to go. Answer the damn question. You got a problem? I said I'm staying here tonight. But why? Because I've taken an interest in you. Anyway, I'm tired. Where's the bedroom? Without thinking, Noah pointed towards the door. Thanks. You can take the couch. This bitch. Him and Raphael kind of have the same energy. Only his is probably like turned up several notches. But still. Yvonne stood from his place, straightened out his clothes, then went into the bedroom. Noah stood still in shock, wondering what just happened. Shaking his head, he picked up his brush again to paint. I'll deal with him later. I can't lose this inspiration. Tap, tap, tap. The end of his pencil slowly tapped against his desk as his eyes concentrated on the blonde boy's profile. 1 week ago, August had moved into their class. The initial buzz around him had become subdued, and he had fit in with the others easily. He was naturally charming, kind, smart. In short, he could have become friends with anyone. Yet all week, they'd walked home from school together. They'd eaten lunch together during their breaks. Something about Noah's mind was fixated on him. His voice, his smile, the way he was so interested in absolutely everything, no matter who was talking. The way he thought Noah was so amazing, the way he would hang on to each and every word of his and treat them like the greatest treasures. Noah was completely enamored, whether he realized it or not. Noah, is there something you need? No, Mr. Floyd, I'm sorry. He put the pencil down, embarrassed about being caught in front of everyone yet again. Before August had arrived, he tried his best to blend into the background, to be ignored whenever possible. It didn't seem to be working. The class laughed at him, everyone except for August and Kaine. I hate that. I hate being put on blast like that in a classroom. He buried his head in his workbook, his cheeks a deep red, anything to escape their laughs. But he knew well enough he would laugh too, if it were someone else. That's all for this week, class. No homework, since I'm feeling particularly kind right now. Make sure you do self-study if you find yourself with extra time. The bell rang, and everyone began clearing out of the room. Kaine sauntered over to Noah's desk, a lopsided smile on his face. Nice tapping. Shut up, I was just thinking. That pout is the cutest fucking thing. Ugh, about class, of course. Right, Hamlet is so interesting after all. Noah rolled his eyes, but he still laughed in return. Anyway, want to stop by the arcade on the way home? Apparently they have new machines. Ugh, I wish. My parents got me a new tutor, so I gotta go straight home. Boo, that sucks. Well, enjoy. I'll go have fun without you. Asshole. Like a spring shower of flowers, August walked up to stand beside Kaine. The same gentle, kind smile on his face. Could we stop by a store on the way home? I wanted to buy some new film. Noah's too busy for us. Tutoring, apparently. Oh, I have enough time for that. Suddenly, I have time. What? That won't take that much time. We can go to the arcade another day. Right. I'll come then, or I'll come too then. Thought you were going to play games. Oh, if you're busy, I can go by myself. No, I'm not really that busy, so I can come. Noah stood from his desk and picked up his backpack. Boy, you're so fucking obvious. So obvious. For some reason, shut up, Kyo. I'm busy. For some reason, Kaine looked disappointed. Instead of noticing that, though... Oh, Kaine looked disappointed. Instead of noticing that, though, Noah couldn't keep his eyes away from August. The three of them left the classroom behind. Walking down the stairwell, August suddenly paused. Oh, I think I left my camera in my desk. You two go on ahead. I don't want to keep you waiting when you have tutoring. We can walk together another time. August waved at Noah and Kaine before disappearing back up the staircase. Kaine turned to leave, only stopping when he noticed Noah wasn't moving. Come on, he said to leave without him. You go on ahead, I'll wait. I'll just wait too. God, Noah, you're breaking, or not Noah, Kaine, you're breaking my heart. It's fine. You wanted to go to the arcade anyway. God. I can feel his heart breaking because my heart is breaking for him. A look that Noah didn't quite understand passed over Kaine's handsome features before he shrugged. He turned and started going down the stairs before he looked back up at Noah. Yeah, I wanted to go with you. See you tomorrow then. He disappeared from the stairwell, leaving Noah alone, waiting. He tapped his foot nervously and cleared his throat. His palms felt sweaty, and for some reason he suddenly wished Kaine had stayed after all. What am I even meant to say to him, one-on-one? Kaine's always been there. Oh. A few steps higher than him, August paused in surprise. In his hands, both a small pink camera and his glasses. Aw, it's small and pink. Cute. God, yeah, with the glasses off, he looks even more like Crow. Or Crow looks even more like him? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? A light dusting of red stood out against his pale skin. Noah desperately searched for something, anything to say, but he came up blank. August finished polishing his glasses before placing them back on his face, as if to confirm what he was seeing was actually happening. You should have gone on ahead. You didn't have to wait for me. It's no big deal. I wanted to go together anyway. August smiled. August's surprise turned to smile. You know, 'cause we haven't had that much of a chance to get to know each other. I'd like that. Why don't we go now then? Before I make you any more late. August brushed past Noah, leading the way. A faint floral-like smell followed him. Those are the omega pheromones. No, I kid. The two left the school side by side. A breeze so light that it was barely noticeable blew through the quiet street, gently ruffling August's hair. It wasn't something Noah tried to notice. It was more like he couldn't help but notice. At first, they walked in silence. It wasn't awkward, but Noah still racked his mind trying to come up with anything to say. Anything that would make him sound cool or funny or like someone August would want to be friends with. So, do you like the school? Why that? I sound so lame. Yeah, I do. Everyone's been really nice to me. I like Mr. Floyd too. He's fun. Yeah. You said you move around a lot, right? My dad's job involves a lot of travel, so I've never stayed anywhere longer than a year. I'm not even sure how long we'll stay here, to be honest. Your mom must hate that. Uh-oh. I'm sure she would, but she actually died a long time ago. Yeah. You hit a landmine there, buddy. What have I done? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean... Don't worry. There's no way you could have known. It's okay. What was she like? My dad said she was a lot like me, but I don't know. She died during childbirth. I'm just making things worse. Why, Noah? Why? Sorry, I made the atmosphere a little heavy, didn't I? I haven't told anyone else before. No, it's okay. I don't mind what we talk about. I just like talking to you. He blushing. Well, I like talking to you too. Now we're both blushing. The sun beat down on their faces, warming them to their cores. Every step felt as if it echoed throughout Noah's body. How about this? Can you guess why my name's August? Or why my name is August? Because you were born in August? Yeah? He smiled wide, brighter than the sun. I'm August, born in August. That's cute. I don't know about cute. Maybe my parents just picked the first thing they thought of. Noah shook his head. It suits you. You feel like an August born in August. Thanks, Noah. Oh, this is the store I wanted to go into. Do you want to come inside or wait here? Noah looked up at the store. The window was filled with cameras of all shapes and sizes. I'll wait here. Okay, I'll be quick. It's okay. Take your time. As soon as August disappeared into the store, Noah leant against the wall, banging his head on it a few times. Why'd I have to say all of that? What if he hates me now? It feels like someone's holding my tongue whenever I talk to him. What's wrong with me? You have a crush. You have a crush. It's never like this with Kaine. Ugh. Not yet, but we're going down his route. I'm making this romance happen. Or with anyone else in class. It's just him. Him. With a sigh, Noah looked down at his phone. He already had 3 missed calls from his mother. Oh god. This boy gonna get an ass whooping. But as his eyes went from his phone screen to August, who he could see just from the window front of the camera store, the choice was obvious. He buried his phone back into his pocket just as August came gliding out of the store. Noah stood up straight instantly and cleared his throat. What'd you buy? I needed some new film for my camera, see? August pulled the film out of the bag. Noah had never been one to be interested in photography, but right now it seemed like the most interesting thing in the world. Imagine that. Shut up, Kale. I'm streaming. What? You're yelling at nothing. What? Boy's literally just like doing little circles on my bed before he lays down and he has to announce it. Dramatic bitch. Anyway. Right, you said you like taking pictures. I remember. I love it. I don't have a fancy camera or anything, just an instant one, but it lets me keep memories of all the places I've been. It makes me happy. I won't forget anything if I have them. Once again, side by side, Noah and August continue down the street. Should we take the shortcut? From this point in town, the shortcut isn't actually any shorter, but he likes going that way, doesn't he? Yeah, we should be able to get through from here. Noah climbed up the short brick wall that stood in the way before turning around and holding his hand out for August. What a gentleman. He didn't even hesitate for a moment before taking that hand. Noah easily pulled him up to stand beside him. And only for a moment did Noah's hand linger. But a moment was all it took. The river, not so far in the distance, gently trickled by in the mid-afternoon sun as the 2 boys, together, walked up the mountain path. It was a calming sound, yet Noah felt anything but calm. His hand felt hot where the 2 had touched, and his heartbeat echoed in his ears. Noah? Huh? What's gotten you so frightened? Oh, sorry, I was a little stuck in my own head. What was it? I just wanted to thank you for coming with me. I know you were busy. You really didn't have to. To be honest, I really wanted you to come, so I owe you one. You don't owe me. Actually. Then let me see your photos sometime. My photos? They're not anything special. Please. Puppy dog face, please. Please. Then show me more of your drawings, too. Please. Please, pretty please. But I think that's a pretty fair trade. I agree. Okay. Up ahead, they could already see the backs of their houses. They climbed the final few steps quickly. Thanks again, Noah. I had fun. I'll see you tomorrow? It's fine, really. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Please. Pretty please. Noah's voice was small and meek. His mind screamed out at him to stop being so timid and just to ask what he wanted to ask. But somehow he still struggled in a way he never had before. Wait. I was just wondering if you could, or if I could, could I have your number? Okie dokie. Fuck. Of course you can. I was actually going to ask for yours too, but I forgot. They pulled out their phones, Noah ignoring the growing mound of missed calls, and exchanged numbers. Noah stared at the numbers on his screen, as if he didn't believe they were real. See you tomorrow, Noah. Every step back to his house felt like he was walking on the clouds. He clutched his phone to his chest, his heart beating much faster than it should have been. There's something wrong with me anyway. Or isn't there? I think you have cardiac arrhythmia. You should see a doctor for that. Noah, just where have you been? Fuck. had to go to the store to buy a new workbook. I filled my last one already. His mother clutched her necklace. Oh god, she's clutching her pearls. Oh no. She's even worse than a Karine. Her knuckles had gotten white. Then you should have told me. You knew your new tutor was coming over today. Sorry, Mom. A man stood up from the couch. A man Noah recognized. Is it the teacher? Is it Mr. Floyd? It is Mr. Floyd. Ah! What? Mr. Floyd? Hey, Noah. Sorry, this is probably a surprise. I thought you knew. He rubbed at the back of his neck awkwardly, his eyes drifting over to look at Noah's mother. No, of course I didn't know. Why didn't anyone tell me? Dear, don't embarrass me in front of our guest. Go back to your room and start studying, okay? Let's just spend the evening working out exactly what I'm going to help you with. Does that sound good? Sure. I'll bring you in some snacks later. Noah, please make sure to concentrate and not waste any of Mr. Floyd's time. Do you understand? I hate this parent talk so much. It makes me cringe. Uh-huh, sure. Noah held the door open long enough for his teacher to enter the room before he slammed it shut. His mother would probably scold him about it later, but at the present moment, he didn't care. With a sigh, Noah sat down on the ground on one side of the table, while Mr. Floyd took the other. For a few moments it was quiet, before Mr. Floyd opened his mouth again. Sorry, Noah, I really did think she told you. Anyway, this could be casual, I'm not your teacher here. You kinda are. Okay, I kind of am, but it's still different. Noah couldn't help but crack a smile at his flailing. A laugh escaped his lips as he leant back, finally relaxing. I'm sad because I still like the teacher, but I'm waiting for him to fuck up and for me to hate him. Fine, do I get to call you by your first name? Whoa, let's not be hasty here. Mr. Floyd pulled out a notebook and pencil. I would usually ask what you're struggling with, but we both know you don't struggle with anything, and I'm honestly unsure why you need a tutor. My mom might explode if I don't have one. So it's like that. Then why don't I teach you some of the more advanced subjects? They'll come in useful. They'll come in useful? They'll come in handy, or they'll be useful for university. They'll come in useful. Does anyone use that? Hold on. Come in useful? I mean, I guess it's technically correct. Versatile expression. Yeah, is come in useful grammatically correct? I mean, it technically is, but it's so awkward. I've never heard anyone say that. Anyway. Noah glanced towards his art books. That sounds good. Any specific topics that interest you then, or would you rather I decide? Noah shrugged. Alrighty, we can start with math and science first of all, and by tomorrow I'll work out a proper study plan. Cool? Cool. Or we could just watch a movie and play some games instead. Sure, if you want me to be fired. Better not then, or I'll end up with an annoying tutor like last time. Annoying? Ooh, welcome back. Mr. Floyd is in our house, and I'm waiting for him to do something bad. He got the answers to his own questions wrong, didn't appreciate me correcting him, then went crying to my mom and quit. I'm almost impressed. How about we make this fun? If you manage to catch me making a mistake like that, I'll let you play games instead of studying that session. You're on. Despite his best efforts, the rest of the evening passed by without Noah being able to one-up his teacher in any way. Noah had always been smart enough, but Mr. Floyd knew exactly what he was teaching as if it were second nature to him. A gentle breeze came from his ever so slightly opened window as he finally finished the last question given to him. Good work today. Seriously, Noah, you're going places. You're going to go places. You're a smart kid. Geez, do you ever make any mistakes? I've made plenty of mistakes. I'm sure I'll make plenty more, too. I don't know what it is, but you're going to do something. Good luck catching me making one, though. The foreshadowing is killing me. Mr. Floyd winked, closing his textbook at the same time. But you're so smart, how did you end up a teacher? What, being a teacher isn't good enough? I didn't mean like that. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Someone special to me told me I'd be good at it. I didn't really have anything I wanted to do when I was your age, so I just went with what they told me to do. And as it turned out, I loved it. A girlfriend? Something like that. Oh. Something like that. Was he gay too? Anyway, it's getting late. We'll resume this tomorrow. Sound good? I don't know about good, but Mr. Floyd laughed out loud. I never realized you were such a troublesome kid. He stood up and picked up his bags before smiling down at Noah. I'll walk you to the door. Done already? It's 9 p.m. You should be exceptionally proud of your son. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Hey. And I am, Mr. Floyd. He is my pride and joy. Yeah, fucking right. He's your mound of clay that you are trying to force into shapes that they are not. And what you're doing instead is drying out that clay until it cracks and crumbles into something unrecognizable. So fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow, Noah. Good job today. With a casual wave, he left the house. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Good night. Oh, Noah, your brother is going to be back from his school trip soon. Right. The room was already dark. For some reason, this was the time of day Noah liked most. The time of day where no one else would bother him, or question him, or yell at him. He could be alone with his thoughts. Thoughts that were, today, particularly disordered. Usually, he'd use this chance to draw, but for some reason, he couldn't bring himself to concentrate. Couldn't bring himself to put his pencil to paper. An odd occurrence for him. At any other time, this would be how he got his feelings out, how he made himself feel just a little bit better. But tonight his mind was muddled, a mess that he couldn't decipher. He unlocked his phone and stared at his contact list. August's name stood out from all the rest. Of course it did. His finger hovered over the message button, but he couldn't bring himself to press it. With a sigh, his hand dropped back down to the bed. Outside of his window, the rain fell noisily to the land below. He closed his eyes, listening to that sound, before picking his phone up again. First, he searched for one phrase. Why am I nervous around someone? Oh god. The answer, inconclusive. More specific, why do I feel both sick and excited when I see him? A particular word stood out to him on that search page. Is it crush? Like? A word that made him blink a few times, both in surprise and validation. He searched for one final phrase before he fell asleep. Ah, it is crush. I fucking called it. What does crush feel like? I'll be handing back your mock exams now. I'm very proud of how much you've all grown, academically and otherwise. And you should all be proud of yourselves, too. Mr. Floyd walked between the desks, setting the marked exam papers face down. For some reason, Noah felt nervous. He didn't usually feel nervous about something like this. He'd always done well, after all. But something about impressing both his new tutor and teacher made the butterflies in his stomach start stirring. Mr. Floyd's footsteps echoed through the hushed classroom. Noah looked at the faces of those who had already received their grades. Some looked happy, some disappointed. I wonder what my face will look like to them. Mr. Floyd's gotta keep fucking up this guy's name. Mr. Floyd's footsteps stopped in front of Noah's desk. When he looked up to meet his teacher's eye, he winked and placed the test down before resuming his walk around the classroom. Just gotta groove the music for a second. got the horn out? Anyway, taking a deep breath, Noah flipped the page over. 98. Damn, boy. I got a 98? That's way higher than usual. That should be everyone. Give yourselves a pat on the back and make sure to relax over the weekend. You all deserved it. The bell rang just as he finished teaching. Kaine quickly bounced over to Noah, a wide smile on his face. Go on, how'd you do? No way, you show me first. Heh, fine with me. Take a look at this. With a grin that said, try to beat this, Kaine slammed his mock exam down on Noah's desk. In red pen, a 94 was circled. Oh, he a smart boy too. Wow, amazing. It's okay, you don't have to be jealous. Oh, I'm not. With a similar grin, Noah pushed his test towards Kaine. What? Mr. Floyd must have made a mistake. Mr. Floyd, come back! Kaine mockingly pretended to chase after their teacher, who just laughed and waved him off, busy packing up his things. Give that back. How the hell did you get 98? 98? Noah, that's amazing. In the middle of the ruckus, August had approached quietly, a look of amazement on his face. At his arrival, Kaine had tensed up a little. Oh, thanks. He probably cheated. I did not. I just have a new tutor. Oh, I remember you mentioning that. He must be really good. Yeah, he is. He's our teacher. Which is still kind of weird. I can't believe this. My winning streak is ruined. Shut up already. You only beat me before because I didn't care. Sob, sob. Oh, sad Kaine. Big tears, big fat baby crocodile tears. Don't say sob, sob out loud. That sounds so stupid. Kaine and Noah laughed. We should celebrate somehow. You don't have to do that. It's not even a big deal. I want to. 98 really is amazing. You should be proud. How did you do? Oh, well... I got a 75. Not as good as the two of you. Hey. Hey. C's and D's get degrees. Oh, I quick saved. Did it actually do it, though? Look at that. It didn't. So, yes. Return. That's still really amazing, too, you know? You're really amazing. Oh, Kaine. It's like, what about me? I got a fucking 94. Where's my amazing? Ahem. How about you two stay over at my place this weekend? I've got some new games. August blinked a few times, obviously surprised. Me? Well, yeah, it was your idea to celebrate. I just thought that you... Yeah, I think that would be really fun. Alright, let's do it. Actually, out of character, August stuttered a little, as if he was a little nervous about what he was about to ask, before he brushed it off and regained his usual confidence. Why don't you come over to my place? My dad's been asking me to introduce my friends to him. August's house? August's bedroom? That's fine with me. Noah? Staying overnight at August's house? In August's bedroom? We're having a panic attack. Earth to Noah. Hey, stop zoning out. It's okay if you don't want to. No, I do. I really want to. Anyway, I gotta go home now. My tutor is coming over again. One of these days you'll have the time to hang out again. Yeah, whatever. Then let's walk home together. I don't have anything else to do today. As the three of them walked towards the door, Mr. Floyd called out, "Good job, Noah. I'll see you later." In response, Noah smiled and waved. See you later. What was that about? What was what about? See you later. Oh, Mr. Floyd is my tutor. Aha, things are starting to make sense. What's that supposed to mean? Kaine shrugged. Just saying that your high mark is beginning to make sense since the two of you are friends. Oh, shut up. I earned that. You're just jealous. He's way better than my last tutor anyway. I don't think I've ever had a tutor. You know? I'm thinking... I've never had a tutor myself either. The idea of having a tutor has always been weird to me. I thought that only happened in movies and stuff. Yeah, me too. Or hentai. Come count yourself lucky then. I've been stuck with mine ever since I was 7. Wow. Wow. I've gone through a few. If you ever need any help, I could tutor you if you wanted. You? Tutoring? I think the 98 is going to your head. Shut up. Thanks, Noah. I think I'll take you up on that. There are a few things I didn't understand on the test. No problem. Unrelated, but I heard your brother is going to be back soon. God, don't remind me. You have a brother? Yeah, he's a little older than me. Sounds like you don't get along very well. He's the golden child, and I'm the failure after all. Failure? Don't be silly. You always get good marks, your teacher likes you, you're so good at art too. You got 100 on every test throughout high school. He was the captain of 2 different sports teams, president of the school council. How did you hear that anyway? Your mom was chatting with my mom the other day. I heard it from her. Of course, she's just gotta brag to her favorite child, or brag that her favorite child is coming home. Let me stay at your place for a couple of weeks, just until he's gone. As much as your mom likes me, I think she'd kill both of us if we tried that. My mom likes you more than she likes me. I'm sure she could ask you for anything and she'd say, or I'm sure you could ask her for anything and she'd say yes. You could always stay at my place. Wait, really? Hey. I wouldn't want to bother you. You'd never be a bother, and you're always welcome in my house. Thanks. Before long, they'd already reached home to Noah's disappointment. I want to spend some more time with him. If only I didn't have tutoring tonight. Ugh, even though we've been in the same class for a little while now, I feel like we've barely gotten to hang out. Kaine's sad face, once again, a knife to my heart. With that thought in mind, he braced himself for what was awaiting him. He could hear their voices before he even stepped through the door. They didn't keep their words to hushed tones, instead, deciding that even if anyone did overhear them, they didn't care. I think this new tutor is a good fit for him. If we can convince him to finally give up that girlish hobby, then I don't care what it is. If they hadn't died from weird dream vine flower tattoo disease, whatever the fuck it is, I would have committed mass murder on just these 2 people. What does that mean? Mass murder on, like, just 2 people? That means I kill them, I bring them back, and I just keep killing them over and over and over and over again. Until it counts as mass murder. If you can convince him to finally give up that girly, I don't care who it is, I'm gonna light on fire. I'm gonna combust. Maybe his brother will be able to talk some sense into him. God forbid a guy just draw. Fuck off. I'm home. He purposefully cut into their conversation, ignoring their words even as they dug deep into him. What's so wrong with drawing? Exactly. I have something to show you. Here. Noah fished the test paper from his bag and handed it over to his mother, who gasped in surprise. Noah, did you take someone else's test? I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her. Jesus Christ. A fictional mother and father have never made me so fucking pissed off. What? No. Did you cheat? No. This is really yours? Yeah? His fucking teacher is a tutor. You could have just asked the tutor, aka the teacher. Not bad. Nearly as good as Asher. Anger rising, blood boiling. Right, my bad. I'll try harder next time. Don't worry, dear, he'll get it next time. With an audible sigh, Noah felt his spirits deflate. He took back the paper and buried it in his backpack. I'm going to go wait for my tutor in my room. Good boy, I'll bring you some snacks later. I'm gonna stab you, you bitch. Instead of setting up for his tutor, Noah found himself pulling his old sketchbooks from his shelves. His eyes danced over the pages, looking at everything he'd poured his heart into for the past few years. I guess I just suck. Why am I never good enough? At least August thinks it's cool. For what must have been the 100th time, Noah stared down at August's contact in his phone, but decided against texting him. It's not like I have anything to say to him. I'm here. Noah, you should be proud of yourself after that last test. You've always been good. No, great. But you've grown even further. Thanks to you. Mr. Floyd shut the door behind him and shook his head. No, it's because you put in the effort in. He sat the textbook down on the table before glancing towards the sketchbooks in Noah's hands. What's this? Oh, they're nothing. This is your art? Noah braced himself. He waited for the same words that came from each of his tutors, like robots with strict scripts. The scripts that, by extension, came from his parents, every single time. You should give that up. It's a waste of time. You should study instead. You have so many talents. I had no idea you could draw. You're not going to tell me to stop? Of course not. He laughed and sat down. But unlike you, I struggle with even a stick figure, so I won't be of any use in that regard. Should we get started on what I can help you with? Noah felt a lightness in his heart that he didn't know could exist. He's on my side? Oh God, we're building him up so much, and he's being such a good teacher that I'm like, what'd you do? What'd you do, you fucker? What'd you do? Mr. Floyd opened up one of his math textbooks, waiting for Noah to join him. He sat on the other side of the table and pulled out his workbook. Equations and calculations sat against the page, like a foreign language. I think we can move on to a new subject now. You've already proven that you have a mastery over what I've taught you so far. Noah nodded, but his eyes went back down to his phone. I thought he would have sent me a message by now. Maybe he doesn't want to. Or maybe he wants me to send one first? Or maybe he just doesn't have anything to say. Since we're not even that close and we see each other every day at school. Or maybe... Noah? Maybe he didn't actually want to give me his number and I put him on the spot. Is it too weird to message each other? Hello, Earth's Noah. Mr. Floyd waved his hand in front of Noah, snapping him out of whatever or wherever his mind had gone. Oh, sorry, I'm listening. Of course you're not. His tutor closed his textbook, looking earnestly at him. What's on your mind? I'm sorry, Mr. Floyd, I'll concentrate now. Noah reached across the table, trying to open the textbook back to the page on whatever his teacher was currently trying to talk about. But unfortunately, Mr. Floyd was faster than him. He gently placed his hands on the book, stopping it from being opened before shaking his head. Some things are more important than schoolwork. A lot of things, really. Don't tell anyone I said that to you. No one will ever do their homework again. Is it really okay? He'll think I'm weird, won't he? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I see where this is going. I think I said it at one point, like, did he out him? And now I'm thinking, like, yeah, I think he outed him. But I feel like I can trust him. Actually, something has been on my mind. I don't want you to laugh at me, though. I see where you're going, game. Narratively, I see it, and I hate it. Ah. Go ahead. I won't laugh. Okay. What does liking someone feel like? Liking someone? Like, you know, liking someone. Like love or something. Mr. Floyd did in fact laugh for a second before he noticed the serious expression on Noah's face. Okay, you're serious. You're a healthy teenage boy. I thought you would have known this already. let's see. I wasn't exactly prepared for this. He cleared his throat awkwardly. So, you mean like, physically? Yeah, how would you know? Let me think back to being a teenager. I guess I used to feel awkward around my crush. Butterflies, wanting to talk with them, staring at them. I'm still sus of this teacher's orientation. He said something like that in response to a girlfriend, and now he's just saying like them, being very genderless in his talk. What happened there, Mr. Floyd? I'm curious. Sounds kind of creepy looking back on it. Is it someone in the class? You don't have to tell me. Also, I mean, yeah, you look back at how you acted with your crushes and it's kind of creepy. But it's like, it's childlike innocence, so it's not creepy, but you think of it in the context of being an adult later down the line, I'm like, oh god, that was so creepy. If I had been an adult, I would have been arrested. Like, I remember I was maybe 12, 13, and I had this crush from like elementary school, almost like through the entirety of elementary school. Okay, not entirety, maybe like from 3rd or 4th grade until we graduated at 6th grade, and then we went into junior high from 7th to 8th. So I had a crush on him from like 4th grade to 8th grade, and then he went to a different school or different high school, and I kind of just gave up. But yeah, there was one time I like wrote him a note, and I knew where he lived completely by accident. And I remember like being on the dirt road outside his house when nobody was home, just like I'm going to put this note in the door. I'm gonna do it. And I stood there for like 20 minutes going back and forth. I think I walked up to the door, and then I like wandered back like, oh god, no, I can't do it. But then I did it again and I left the note. God. As a kid, like I said, it's just like innocence, and you're just like, I just want to leave a note. But if you were an adult doing that to like another adult that you liked, that would be so fucking weird. Oh god. Yeah, no shit. Oh, thank fucking god. Thank god I'm in my 30s. If I did that, god, let's say just like, I don't know, 7 years ago or something. Oh my god, no, I don't want to think about it. I don't even think the note made it to him. Yeah, I doubt it. It was a very failed crush. I think I asked him to dance once at one of our, like, I don't know, 5th or 6th grade winter formals. And he just flat out was just like, no. And I'm like, okay. And then I danced with a guy named Colton for like the 5th time, because nobody asked him to dance. No one ever asked me to dance. We were the 2 tallest people in the fucking class. He was like maybe 1.5 inches taller than me. And we were tall kids, so nobody ever wanted to dance with us. It was sad. And Colton, I mean, he had like a huge, I guess it would be a mole, like on his upper lip. Like the kind that has like a hair or two coming out, and you're like, oof. So that's the only person that would ever dance with me. So yeah, I had very failed crushes and romance, if you could even call it that, until about high school. Yeah, I think sophomore. I always get sophomore and junior year. Belle, hello. We're playing Sad Boy Emulator. Well, I'm talking about my very failed childhood crushes. Yeah, the only time I was like ever successful was like my first real boyfriend. Like a guy I liked. Because I did have a couple boyfriends before, but they were just kind of like people that my friends knew, and they kind of hooked us up.
Good boy.
Thank you. And now I got a crush on you. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was just kind of those like, oh, friends know them, and we're going out with our boyfriend, so why don't you date this person instead? And I'm just like, okay. Well, it's got to load in the paw, you know. that's a lot of work to get that cat paw in there to then like pat my head. Head pats take work. But anyway, yeah. So then my like first real boyfriend, a guy I liked on my own, and then knew him for like half a year. Like he went through a girlfriend, and I kind of felt that mild heartbreak. Like, oh, he likes someone else. Oh, he's dating somebody else. Oh, he'll never date me. But then he broke up, and then it was like a couple months later, and I was at a friend's house, and he called me on my cell phone, and we kind of talked for a little bit until he eventually asked, like, hey, do you want to like go out? And I'm like, is this actually happening to me? A person I like is asking me out? Holy shit. So yeah, we were together. We were together for like a year and a half. But unfortunately, last semester of high school, we were still dating. I had to move away to where I live now, and it sucked. It sucked so hard. I got super depressed. I couldn't even like barely be physical with people. Like it was that kind of like, I don't know, just like disassociation from your own body. You were that kind of depressed. So when him and my friend came out to visit, I could barely even give him like a hug because I just didn't feel right as a human being. And yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But then I eventually graduated. I moved back. Just been living or been chilling with my Delulu's situationship. Situationships are hard. I mean, the last time I dated was 2015. God, it's almost been 10 years. 2015 or 2016, but I'm pretty sure it was like 2015. And it was with someone who I'm still really good friends with. And their partner at the time. So I was dating a couple. So it was all three of us. We were a throuple. My first throuple. And it was great until it was like long distance kind of like got to them more than it got to me. Because I was used to long distance relationships at that point, since anybody I wanted to date was long distance. So I was like, yeah, long distance, I could do that. I have had to do that with everybody I've dated so far. But they were just like, yeah, it's not for us. I'm like, okay, well, we're still friends, right? And yeah, every single person I've broken up with, except for like my first two, when I was really, really young, I've stayed friends with for the most part. Although two of the people, that first guy, he kind of went off the deep end mentally. So we haven't spoken for a while. And I hadn't heard good things about him. So I was like, Sag. I'm still gonna keep the memories of us when we were together like close to my heart, because those are special. But I'm not gonna... I'm pretty much separating those two people. Who he is now is not the same person. So that person is not that person who I used to date all those years ago. That's a whole other person that I'm gonna keep. He's special. Current version of that person does not get to ruin past person. And then one person in that the throuple that I was part of kind of is not a great human being. So not super duper bad, but not super duper great either. But other than that, I mean, I've still spoken to that person, but I'm kind of like in the back of my head, like, oh, you're not great. You need to learn how to be better. But the other half of that throuple, we're excellent friends. I mean, it's always good to try and stay friends as long as it wasn't toxic. Exactly. I haven't dated a lot of people in my life, so it's really just... Yeah, it's really just the person in the throuple now that I can think of. Because everything else outside of a relationship after we've long since broken up have, like, changed as human beings do. And they're not super great people. So, anywho, back to the game. About being sad in relationships and queerness. Is it someone in the class? You don't have to tell me. No one nodded wordlessly. Sophia? Or maybe Arya? Is it wrong to like someone that's like me? Oh god, here we go. Being sad about the game, yeah. Instead of being sad about real life. Oh no. The sadness is bleeding into real life. Someone like you? Oh, he just flat out tells him it's August. Oh god, 2 times the sad. I don't know if I can handle it. Oh boy. A silence followed his sudden outburst. He blinked, surprised at Noah's answer. Of course that's not wrong. Okay. Where do we fuck up here? Really? Yeah, you have nothing to be worried about. Oh god. Is he gonna say like, it's just a phase, man? You know, the classic saying, it's just a phase. A warm feeling spread within Noah's chest. Validation. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm normal. This has been really bothering you, huh? Well, don't worry. I won't tell anyone. Oh, I don't believe that, sir. I don't believe that at all. I want to believe, but I don't believe. Mr. Floyd reopened the textbook naturally, segueing back into the lesson. Now, where were we? Noah picked up his pencil and listened carefully, his mind suddenly as clear as the sky just outside the window, which had begun to dim into a gentle orange. Right, advanced calculus, everyone's favorite. Black. Black. Ew, calculus, black. You'll pick it up in no time. How do you even remember so much? Would you believe me if I said I just love math so much that it's all I do in my free time? I mean, I guess somebody in the relationship has to do math. And it sure as hell ain't me. Yeah, Noah gets it. Ew. Even teachers aren't that sad, except maybe Miss... Wait, I shouldn't say that. I really shouldn't say that. Come on, now I'm curious. My lips are sealed. Fine, then how do you remember it all? The truth is I don't remember everything. I think it's the same no matter what you study. You learn things, you forget things, you relearn things. That sounds so lame. Who would want to relearn something you're not interested in over and over again just to teach someone else? Me, I suppose. There's something satisfying about being able to pass on knowledge. Maybe you'll understand one day. I would be an awful teacher. An art teacher, then? No, I'm nowhere near good enough. I beg to differ. But whether you want to do that or not, I can see you going far with your art. Keep it up, okay? Mr. Floyd chatted happily, circling a formula in Noah's notebook at the same time. He can do advanced calculus and small talk at the same time. He's really something else. Do you have someone you like? What? Where'd that come from? I was just wondering. You said that someone special told you to be a teacher, right? So you do pay attention in class. I thought you were too busy tapping your pencil against the desk. Hey. I did. Oh. No, don't make... You can't make the sad face too. I'm still wondering what the fuck you did wrong. What'd you do wrong? You did? The H for he pronouns? I fucking knew it. Ah, I knew it. I got you clocked, Teach. I got you clocked. Okay, I need to calm down. It is 4:22 in the morning. I need to calm down. That person isn't around anymore. I haven't really been interested in dating ever since. Or since then. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh, they aren't dead. Just come. Oh, okay, that stings. That stings. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Being a queer person, being in love with someone who gets into like a straight relationship. Oh, that hurts. But what did you do wrong, teacher? Okay, I'm gonna fucking save. Just for my peace of mind. I went to the wedding and it was beautiful. Still just a little heartbroken, I guess. Did you try that thing they do in movies? Objection? Or objecting? Objection! Objecting? I'd die before actually doing that. Really, this is another lesson for you. Take risky shots before you don't have the chance anymore? Oh, yeah, okay. Was her dress pretty at least? Yeah, sure. The dress of the person he was marrying. Oh, here we go. He looked happier than ever. Oh, right. Her dress was pretty too. Hmm? Oh. Oh, yeah, you could cover that up. Oh my god. At some point, the sun had fallen deep over the horizon, leaving the moonlight to shine in the large window at the back of the room. Mr. Floyd shut his textbook with a sad sigh, staring out the window as if he was waiting for someone to miraculously appear. When Noah did, he turned back to Noah. I think that's enough for today. I think we chatted more than studied. Don't tell on me, alright? I need the extra money. I knew you weren't out here for the kindness of your own heart. Mr. Floyd smirked in response, and Noah found himself laughing alongside the man as they both headed towards the door. Good work today, Noah. I'll see you tomorrow. I see you two are finally done. Good. A word, if that's okay with you. Of course, ma'am. Noah, you can go back to your room. Okay, where's this going? Why? The adults need to speak. Go on. Run off. Alright. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Floyd. The door shut quietly behind Noah as he tried to put aside his mother's dismissive attitude. On his table, various books were still laid out from the tutoring session. But his studies weren't what was on his mind. He says it's okay, that I like August. Right. I like him. That's what this is. Noah settled in between his sheets, closing his eyes. Outside the door, he could hear the low murmuring of talking, but couldn't make out any specific words. But whatever they were talking about, it didn't matter. At that time, at that moment, nothing else mattered to him but the feeling of finally being accepted. Finally feeling finally feeling like he'd found his place. With that in mind, he closed his eyes and woke up to horror. Morning had come around much too quickly. Noah had spent most of the night tossing and turning, thinking about what his teacher had said, and his feelings for the boy who lived just next door. He'd only just managed to get to sleep when his eyes snapped open. For some reason, the sunlight that streamed in from outside seemed to be particularly bright this morning. That was cause for alarm. Is this a dream? Is this the first time he does the dream thing? Noah reached out for his phone and flipped it open. The time on it read 8:25 a.m. What the? My alarm didn't go off. The bell's going to ring in 5 minutes. God. I've had this happen a couple times when I woke up and it's like 6:50, 6:45 maybe. And I'm like, I have to be at work at 7. It takes 10 minutes to get to work, but it also takes me 15 minutes to get ready. I like fling out of bed. I usually send a text saying, hey, I'm gonna be a few minutes late. Sorry. But it's the scariest fucking feeling. It's even worse when you like sleep past it. It's 7:15 and my phone's going off and I'm like, oh, my alarm must be going off. Nope, it's my coworker calling me saying, hey, where are you at? And I'm like, oh, fuck. What the? My alarm didn't go off. Yeah. 2 minutes later, he was dressed and ready to leave. He quickly checked himself in the mirror and smoothed out his hair before he practically flew out the door. Mom, why didn't you wake me? Both the kitchen and living room were devoid of any and all life. Usually at this, or at least his mother would still be around at this time of day, but it seemed that she was out. Ugh. With no more time to waste on where they had gone, Noah picked up his backpack from near the front door and stepped into his shoes before shooting at the front door. In a hurry, Noah circled around his house to reach the overgrown yet well-worn track that led down the mountain. If I run, I won't be too late, I hope. Usually he would either wait around for August and Kaine or see them waiting for him already. This time, he didn't expect to see either of them. Maybe that's why he stopped in his tracks when a bit of blonde hair shone in the sun through the foliage ahead of him. Wait, August? Oh god, I'm not ready to see him yet. Should I just go back the way I came? Ugh, but he's been waiting for me all this time. Noah? A voice called out from beyond the green leaves, green eyes that nearly matched appeared at him, first in surprise, then in happiness. Noah, it's you! What are you doing here? I was waiting for you, so we could walk to school together. But now you're going to be late. I don't mind being a little late. What if I was sick or something? Or wasn't going today? Well, I was contemplating coming to knock on your door, but I didn't want to rush you. Thanks. Kaine didn't wait? Oh, he wanted to come drag you out of bed himself, but he said something about his father telling him not to be late today for some reason. Weird. Shoulder to shoulder, the two started speeding down the mountain, careful not to slip. At that present moment, being late for school was the last thing on Noah's mind. All of his senses were consumed by August, his eyes filled with the sight of his face that shone like sunlight falling on a field of flowers. We do like to compare him to sunlight and flowers, don't we? His nose filled with the smell of August's shampoo, which still drifted off his slightly damp hair. His ears much too aware of August's breath, of his footsteps, of the rocks tumbling beneath his feet. Each time the shoulders brushed, Noah could feel himself wanting to run away as fast as possible. The only thing missing from the five senses was taste. Taste. A taste of August? Oh no, I'm just kidding. God, what am I thinking? Noah felt his face flush. Never in his life had he thought of another person that way. And now suddenly it was as if it was all he could think about. Did you sleep in? Huh? Noah nearly jumped out of his skin when August spoke up. Oh, I didn't sleep very well. I think I forgot to set my alarm too. I hate when that happens. Usually my mom would wake me up if I overslept, but she wasn't at home this morning. August pulled out his phone and checked his clock. Doesn't look like we'll be too late, at least. Though if we're late already, we should just skip class and hang out instead. Bad boy August. I'm kidding. Aw, man. Oh. He was ready. He was ready to be like, yeah, let's do that. Doesn't sound so bad to me. I think my dad might cry if I skip school, to be honest. Really? Yeah, that's the kind of person he is. Up ahead, the greenery was slowly giving way to concrete. For some reason, that filled Noah with a sense of sadness. Here, together and alone, they were in a place no one else could reach, no one else could ruin. But out there, the world went on. I wish we could just stay here. Nothing. It's fine. Come on. We should hurry up. Or we should hurry. We should hurry up. Yes. I can read. I'm not Jared 19. The two boys ran through the streets and into the school gates. A teacher who had been minding the gates simply shook her head as the two walked in. Geez, now they're going to think I'm a bad influence on you even more. Being influenced by you doesn't sound so bad. Ahem. The two stopped dead in their tracks as they walked into the classroom, so busy chatting they almost forgot they were late. I'm having suspicions. Kaine's dad said he couldn't be late. What did the parents do to Mr. Floyd? What did Mr. Floyd say? Was he coerced? Oh, God. Okay. Adjust myself here. Oh, I need to be sitting up straight and not shrimping to face this actual real life horror that's about to happen. I can just feel it in my bones. The room was hushed, and all eyes went to the two boys. You, take a seat. Me? Yes, you. Okay. August took his seat alone, leaving Noah standing awkwardly by the door. Sitting at the front desk was someone other than their teacher, the principal. Is it, like, illegal in school to be gay? I mean, what the fuck? Noah, I take it? Yeah, I'm sorry we're late. It's all my fault. We'll deal with your tardiness later. For now, please come with me. Noah stood his ground. Why? I assumed your parents would have talked to you. When Noah didn't budge, the principal simply sighed and shrugged his shoulders before opening his mouth once again. You'll be moving classes from today. What? Why? Because your parents have requested it. Now, come on, let's not make a scene. But... You'll be in class 3-1 from today onwards. Come on, I'll introduce you. Class, Mr. Floyd will arrive shortly. Please use the time for self-study until then. Sir, please, I think there's been a mistake. You're Noah, correct? Yes. Your parents requested, well, I can't really say requested. Demanded would be more suited, I think. Fuck his parents so fucking much. I want them both to... Well, I mean, they both do die, so I guess I get my wish, but... Ay, ay, ay. They demanded you be moved at once. Your mother was here this morning in person. Why you weren't told, I don't know. Noah felt himself deflate. Mom did this? Why? Do I really have to move? Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. Your family is a major financial backer. Fuck that shit. Whatever he said after that, Noah couldn't bear to listen anymore. It always comes down to money, doesn't it? Have enough money and you can mess anyone's life over as much as you want. I hate her. I hate them so much. The two stepped in front of a door that was identical to the last classroom, and the two stepped inside. Once again, the class looked towards him as he entered, though this time the faces were much more unfamiliar. A young woman with short orange hair and dark eyes smiled towards him. Quickly, she moved to pull him to the side. You must be Noah, please. You can take a seat. You can call me Miss Rose. I understand you were probably moved here against your wishes, so I won't force you to stand at the front of the class and introduce yourself, okay? Fine. She smiled. Her eyes seemed sympathetic, but Noah looked away from her angrily. Noah sat at a desk he was pointed towards wordlessly, a frown on his brow. What's going on? Why would they do this to me? This isn't fair. This isn't fair. The principal, done with his part, left the room after nodding to Miss Rose. Noah kept his mouth shut, his workbook closed, and his pen lying to the side, unused. He stared out the window at the mountains in the distance. We should have just stayed there, skipped class, and hung out like you said. Everything sucks. Everything sucks except for you. Miss Rose's voice droned on in the background while Noah paid her no mind. His eyes wandered from the mountains back to his desk, opened up his workbook. It was filled with yesterday's notes, neat and tidy. He lifted his pen to the page next to it and harshly scribbled a line down the page, then another and another, leaving muddy black ink over his white canvas. Before no one knew it, the lunch bell was ringing, and he was the only one left in the classroom. Excuse me. He jumped up from his desk and stormed out of the room, searching for one person in particular. Hey. Noah finally spotted him. Mr. Floyd walked down the stairwell alone, his materials for the day held tightly in his arms. When Noah launched down the steps towards him, he dropped his books and papers everywhere. What's going on? Wordlessly, he bent down to pick up his dropped items, but Noah quickly advanced further towards him. I said, what's going on? Why have I been moved? Your parents requested it. But why? I was wrong. You shouldn't listen to my advice. What do you mean? Mr. Floyd paused, his face conflicted. His words were slow and drawn out, as if he was struggling to say them. Somebody. This is what I'm getting in my brain. Somebody overheard them, whether it was mom or dad, or maybe both, maybe brother. Heard them talking. Heard Noah say what he said. And then dragged Mr. Floyd into it, maybe even like sussed Mr. Floyd out, and it was just like, if you don't make this happen, then we'll out you as well. Because what would turn this teacher against, like, his beliefs so much? That's the only thing I could think of. Because it's just like, he's such a good dude. I mean, then you just, like, go against all your beliefs. And the only thing I can think of is, like, these parents, like, maybe going to the principal and, like, hey, you got a gay teacher. And, like, pointing the classic, oh, he's a gay teacher, he must be into children card, which I fucking hate that. I don't know how being gay automatically makes you a pedo. whoever made that connection can just fucking die. And if they have already, they can come back and die again, over and over and over again. Oh, okay. Let's carry on. As if he was struggling to say them. My advice about August, you should ignore it. So you're telling me the way I feel is wrong after all? Listen, I do a lot of reading. A lot of reading. And that includes, like, one of my favorite books is The Divine Comedy, the entire thing. So, and that you kind of have to, like, really wrap your brain around since it's written in such, like, archaic, poetic language. And you're like, what the fuck does this mean? So, I've gotten good enough to, like, look at a situation and be like, oh, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking. That, and I do a lot of, like, people watching. I like watching people. Not in a creepy way. I'm sorry, Noah. Please don't speak to me again, or both of us will be in trouble. With his papers gathered, he continued down the stairs, leaving Noah alone with his anger. Fuck! Yeah, that's how I feel. Fuck! He punched the wall uncharacteristically, filled with rage. You know, there was only one time I ever, like, punched or kicked something. I think I kicked. Yeah, something out of rage. And in my old childhood home, we had a closet that was big enough to be turned into just kind of like a small toilet room. Because we had a lot of people living in our house, and we're like, we need more than, like, I think we only had one bathroom at the time, so we need more than one toilet. So my parents made this kind of slightly big closet into a toilet room. And it was right across this tiny little hall to my bedroom. And it wasn't like a very sturdy door. It was like plywood, not plywood. Can't think what it is. It's like kind of flimsy-ish material. Oh god. Nope, I can't remember. But either way, my dad just kind of like made this door, and then we never like replaced it with anything sturdier. And I was home alone, but I was mad about something, and I just fucking kicked the door. Just karate kicked the door. And since it was such flimsy material, I put a hole in it. Only through like one half of the door. So like on the other side, there was no hole. So what I did, and I don't know how this worked for so long, and I mean like years. I took just like a piece of printer paper, and I think I wrote like bathroom on it, and then I just taped it over the hole. And for some reason, nobody ever asked any questions like, why did somebody put a fucking really shitty sign that just says bathroom or toilet, something like that, on the door? And literally, it was like 4 years before anybody was like, hey, can I take the sign down? And somebody did. It's like, where'd this hole came from? And I'm just like, wait, I can whistle better than that. Just like, wasn't me. It wasn't me, I swear. No, I think I did own up to it, and we all just laughed like, 4 years? For real? We all just didn't give a shit? Wow. I just want to be in the same class as August. This isn't fair. Noah. Hey. What's going on? What was all that this morning? Great question. I got escorted into Miss Rose's class this morning by the principal, and no one will tell me what's going on. They just kept saying, or they just keep saying that my parents made me move, but why? Kaine's frown deepened, his usual teasing face replaced with something much more serious. They can't just do that. Apparently they can. Once again, they just want to ruin my life. I'm sorry. At least they didn't suddenly move me to another school. Shit could be worse, I guess. That still doesn't make this fair. Fine, then I'm going to come sit in Miss Rose's class today. If we're all allowed to just move around however we want. You'll just get in trouble. And? What are they going to do? It's not worth it. I'll try to work it out. You want me to tell August? Not yet. Maybe I can fix this somehow. I'm going home now, so you don't have to wait for me after school. Won't that just get you in more trouble? Probably, but I don't really care. Alright, then I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see what I can do too. Kaine gave Noah a wave before going back into the hallway. Filled with anger, Noah flew down the staircase and out into the street, ignoring calls from teachers behind him. What's going on? What are you doing home? Class didn't finish until this afternoon. Or it doesn't finish until this afternoon. Why did you get me moved to a different class? I'm very disappointed in you, Noah, for many reasons. I'm going to stab a bitch. I've never even seen her other than her fucking silhouette, and I'm gonna stab her in her eyes, wherever the fuck they are. Oh. I'm gonna chop off her tits and make her eat them. Hate her so much. Give me your phone, now. What? Why? Now. Frustrated, he whipped his phone from his bag just in time to see the screen light up with the name he'd been waiting for all this time. August. But it was too late. She snatched it from his hand as he floundered to get it back. Wait, let me check that text. She looked down at the screen before sighing and switching the phone off. You're not having this back. From now on, you better only concentrate on school. I don't want any more nonsense from you. What? No more stopping places on the way home, and absolutely no hanging out with this August anymore. I don't understand. Why did you make me move class? Why are you punishing me for no reason? Go to your room. What about my tutoring later? We fired your tutor. I'll find you a new one soon. Tears threatened to overflow as he stomped back to his room and slammed the door shut, the echo traveling through the entire house. At this point, I would just fucking leave. I was just like, I couldn't live like this. That asshole. He told her everything, didn't he? Okay, yep. I'm not my reading senses are tingling. I know exactly how this played out. When they went to talk alone, he told her everything I said to him. He told me I was normal, but he told them everything. I shouldn't have trusted him. Fuck. He told me I was normal. Asshole. Noah collapsed on his bed, burying his tear-filled face into his mountain of pillows. He didn't even bother kicking his shoes off. Oh, God. Okay, Noah, I really feel for you in this moment, but please take your shoes off before you get in bed. I'm begging you. It's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair for you to be wearing your shoes in your bed. Why does everyone want to ruin my life? You're ruining my life by having your shoes on in your bed. I just want to be in the same class as him. At some point, his eyes began to feel heavy, and he fell into a sleep that finally stopped his tears. Oh, is this the first dream thing? And the world kept moving around him. Kaine, frustrated with his own inability to help, and August, who wondered if messaging Noah was too forward, especially as he was ignored. You know what? You got a point. You know what? Noah, stand up on your bed in those shoes. Start dancing around. Get the mud fucking everywhere. In fact, pull your pants down and take a big ol' shit. Just rub it in. Rub it in. And then bunch up those sheets. Go back downstairs to your mom and just smush it in her face. Just do it. We're going full ape. Whew, I'm so mad. I'm just so mad at this mom. She's not even a mom. She's a monster. When Noah opened his eyes again, his room was already dark. His eyes felt puffy and his skin tight. He sat up from his bed and turned on a lamp. In a mirror across the room, he saw his reflection. I look like crap. Me every time I look in a mirror. Maybe I should try that thing August said. He left the room and returned with his hands full of various products his mother owned. What's this all do anyway? I guess it's not surprising August uses this stuff. His skin looks really soft and smooth. I bet if I touched it. I bet it would feel really nice. He picked up a few random bottles of various sizes. Toner, cleanser, serum, eye cream. What is all of this? Honestly, I've never really used a whole lot of, like, products on my face. I probably should. I should probably get, like, a good skincare routine going. I'll usually exfoliate, and then, like, sometimes I do, like, the strips over the nose, clean out those pores, and then I moisturize, and that's pretty much it. Finally, he found the bottle he was searching for in a sea of other bottles. Light moisturizer. Maybe this will help. Awkwardly, he rubbed it all over his face, waiting for something magical to happen. Okay, first of all, hopefully it's not scented, because that can usually make you break out. And 2, don't put that much on. Well, I guess it feels a little fresher. This stuff is way too overpriced. He sighed, dropping the bottles onto the floor as he fell back onto his bed. Of course, he finally texts me and she takes my phone. Of course, the thing I've been waiting for. Maybe I should go over and talk to him, otherwise he'll think I'm ignoring him. Standing, he rested his head on his doorknob before trying to turn it. Locked. What? I left just a minute ago. Did they seriously lock me in here? I guess leaving in the middle of the night is probably a bad idea anyway, but some fresh air would be good. You have a balcony right there. Can't be higher than just a story. I mean, you can jump. You got young people legs. They're made out of jelly. You're fine. With that thought, he pulled open his window before he froze. In the window across from his, he saw him, August. A pair of headphones sat in his ears, and the sound of his soft humming came from behind his closed window. He must be humming pretty loud. His bedroom is right across from mine? How did I not notice? He drew his shallow breath and held it, as if waiting for something to go wrong, for someone to take this away from him too, but nothing happened. Honestly, true. Very true. I'd be jumping from this balcony after tossing her shit off and be like, fuck you, mom. And just like frog, like squished frog up against August's window. You can't see it, but I'm holding my hands up. My fingers are all splayed, like I'm squished against a window, just like right on there, and be like, open up! Get me the fuck out of here! This place is a nightmare! He searched through his room, looking for something to throw. Pencils. Please let me not damage his window or hit him. Bang, bang, bang. He threw them one at a time, not too hard, lest someone in his house notice, but he hoped hard enough to attract August's attention. Before long, he saw August pull his headphones from his ears and look towards the window. His big green eyes were filled with surprise. He rushed towards the window and opened it, and a pencil soared over his head into his room. Noah quickly slid out of his window and sat atop the windowsill. August copied him, doing the same. Oh, this is another CG I really like. Noah! Shh, or someone will notice. He whispered in return, raising his finger to his lips. August nodded knowingly, as if he understood exactly what was going on. I had no clue my bedroom faced yours. Noah could have sworn he saw a dusting of pink on August's cheeks as he chuckled quietly. Oh, it's so cute. God, they could have been talking to each other this whole time. I noticed the other day. I thought you knew already. I shut my curtains when I get changed, don't I? I hope you do. I don't know how I didn't notice. I'm sorry about ignoring your text. I didn't get to read it because my mom took my phone. She says I can't have it back. What? Why? Good question. What? Curtains? I mean, does he have curtains? I can't tell him what I said to Mr. Floyd. I confided in Mr. Floyd about a personal issue, and he gave me some advice, but then he went and told everything to my parents anyway. And now everything's ruined. They made me move class, took my phone, and they said I'm not allowed to talk to you anymore. And everything is just a mess. Sorry, I should have told you earlier. It'll be okay. Don't worry about the message either. It's not your fault. I wanted to be in the same class as you. As me? I mean, I just like spending time with you. And Kaine too, of course. I wish we would be in the same class too. Sorry, I don't want to make you feel even worse. Then I'll just move class as well. What? Are you serious? Well, I'll ask my dad if he can organize it or not, but either way, we can still hang out, right? It does have curtains. Okay, good. At least some privacy between these two boys. You don't have to do that. I'm sure you have other friends in class apart from me. August shook his head and gave Noah his signature smile. I want to spend time with you. Or my time with you. But you don't find me annoying? As if August could read his mind, he gently smiled towards Noah. He paused. You and Kaine show me what it's like to have real friends. I don't want to lose that. Oh, right, Kaine. Oh, God. You're killing me. You're killing me. Noah scratched at the back of his head awkwardly, annoyed at himself for jumping to conclusions. I'll tell him about the plan, too. Yeah, probably a good idea. All of a sudden, August went quiet, and he peered through the darkness towards Noah. Noah became as still as a statue, freezing up completely under his scrutinous eyes. What? Do you use moisturizer? I just thought I'd try it, since you said it was good. Noah glanced away, filled with embarrassment, just in time to see a flash. Oh, Jesus, flashbang. Give me a warning here. In August's hand, a pink camera. He smiled from behind it as it printed out a picture. A picture of Noah. Did you just? I used the film we bought at the store together, see? What the? You should just throw that away. You don't need a picture of me. No chance. I think I want to hang it up in my room. He can hang it right there behind him on that brick wall he has. If you're going to do that, then we should just take one together. We can do that, but I want to keep this one too. That's kind of embarrassing. Really? I like it. Whenever I feel lonely, looking at my photos makes me feel happier. You can just come see me instead. From behind him, Noah heard the sound of something being unlocked. With a feeling of dread in his stomach, he jumped back in his window. I think my mom's here. I gotta go. Good night. Good night, Noah. Sleep well. Noah's door swung open just as he managed to retreat back under his covers. His heart was still beating hard, so hard that it was almost painful. Because I nearly got caught? No, because I like August a lot. I like him. You're in bed? I was going to bring you dinner. I'm not hungry. Fine, straight home from school tomorrow, do you understand? Can I stay at a friend's place this weekend? Noah's mother crossed her arms, obviously not impressed by his question. Which friend? She knows if I say Kaine's now, I'll just be in more trouble. August's. Kaine is coming too. No, you're not allowed over at his house, and you're grounded anyway. Good night, Noah. Fuck you, bitch. She shut the door behind her before Noah could even think of a response. Honestly, I'd just fucking run away. That very night, I'd get the fuck out of there. This drives me insane. Alone as always. But on the other side of his window, someone that made him feel made him feel together. Ooh. A kingdom thinly veiled with gold. Oh, we're in the next chapter. Time to save. And we'll call the night there. Yes. Oh, my throat needs a break. I make it sound like I was doing something like, but no, just a lot of fucking reading. That's what I gotta say to that. Okay, get my browser. Sure, reading. Hey, you were here the whole time. You bore witness to it. Browser, get over here. Profile. Exit. Okay, we'll jump over to just chatting. Oops, I didn't want that one. I wanted that one. There we go. And calibrate. Oh, alrighty then. Well, I played more of both of those games than I expected. But that was pretty fun. Almost 6.5 hours. Wow. 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 It really has been almost 24 hours since I woke up. In about an hour, it'll be 24 hours officially. And I'm not even gonna go to bed yet after this. Yay me. But, yeah, so a lot happened. A lot happened. We met Raphael. We had some fun with, oh, God. Xavier. There we go. Can't believe I fucking forgot his name for a second there. Shut up, cat. I'm talking. I have barely any brain cells left. I need silence. Shush. Yikes. Anyway, what the fuck was I saying? God, you killed my brain, cat. Ugh, there's not much in there left. It's rattling around. Come on, jumpstart. Oh yeah, and then we got to a point where we can start Silas's story, and I might do that next week. I'll probably do that next week. I should probably continue the main story, but I really want to start Silas's story. Yeah. And then I got so fucking pissed. I'm not as mad at Mr. Floyd as I thought I was going to be. I get it. But from Noah's perspective, I also fucking get it. And that's also why Mr. Floyd doesn't really, like, push to be forgiven. And I understand that. I understand. Oh, if you want any other CGs, let me know, because I can send you the folder. Ooh. You know what? I'm okay with the spoilers. I did look at some, because I got whatever I could get off of, like, Google image search, and a lot of them are pretty good. But, yeah. So it's just, if you could send me the folder, that'd be great. I would super duper appreciate that. I could probably get the way higher quality images, and some of the ones I got, a lot of them were pretty okay, but anyway. Let's find somebody for us to raid. Oh wait, I gotta open my browser again. I done diddly forgot. Let's do that. And then we're gonna do that. Okay. And who is even alive at this moment to raid? Karine's alive. We're gonna raid Karine. I've just already fucking decided. Yeah, we're gonna do Karine. Karine. I'll start the raid. Get the raid messages up. Raid massage. Alrighty. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Save the Villainess. We're gonna play the entire demo that's out. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. Either or, you know, whatever you want. I don't really care either way. Probably DMs, just in case. I don't know. We won't want to keep spoilers away from anybody else in the server, but no, wait, it's Karine. I think Karine's fucking ending her stream. Ah, god damn it. Okay, well, we're not doing Karine. That is like the second fucking time I've clicked on somebody and they ended. The last time we raided Koise-san, they had just ended. God damn it. Okay, who else is on? Eris is on. Is anybody doing Dreambound? I doubt it, but nope. My tag. If I say just BL. Who's out there? Oh. JasonCamps, thank you for the raid, and welcome raiders. We are just wrapping up. I'm looking for somebody to raid, so if you got any suggestions. I was gonna raid my friend Karine, but she just ended, so... And Karine too, hello, welcome. Ironically, I was about to raid you. Oh, goodness gracious. Like, I was literally getting it going, and I'm like starting to say like my ending spiel, and then I see your ending now screen. I'm like, no, God damn it, Karine. The welcome raiders. No, you. For real. That's funny. Now, is that raid alert going to play twice? Yes, it is. That's so funny. Wallet clip's gonna play. It's madness right here at the end. The timing is literally crazy. Goodness gracious. Hello, Solo Ninja. Let me read the first shout out for JasonCamps. Here we go. Oh, great. It keeps moving. Oh, thank you for the follow, Jason. Welcome. Shabby raid, shabby raid. Hell yeah. Welcome all you raiders. Okay, I'm gonna get you your shout out, I swear. I'm gonna read out the Frosty Tool shout out, I should say. As soon as the raid message finishes playing, so I can hear myself. It's almost over?
So I saw
Okay.
I was on cams.
Greetings, shabby campers. JasonCamps is your interstellar guide through retro realms and racing circuits. They've been on a charitable mission facing fierce and hellish games for a good cause. From battling price gouging to daring donations, their stream is a mix of high-stakes fun and C2 or C squared racing supremacy. Engage warp speed to their next adventure. And then Karine's. Also, thank you for continuing your sub there, Karine. Always appreciated. Let's see. Okay, Karine's. Here we go. Engage, flock, KarineNachigeru, the mother of birds, soars through D&D quests, art recaps, and Valorant adventures with a touch of cosmic chaos. Raising funds for IRC beams their VTuber spaceship into charity orbit. Join the crew for mature content, ooh la la, and a safe nest where every birdie is welcome. May the force be with you on this interstellar journey. Oh boy. Again, thank you guys for the raid, and now I have to find somebody to raid. Who is out there? Who's still awake? All you fuckers. What if I do a visual novel? I try to do raids with like either friends or people who are PNG. Ooh, I found somebody. What are they playing? Boyfriend Dungeon. Ooh, I have that game. I want to play it. Who's your recommendation, first of all? Who you got? Let me see your rec. Happy Pigs. Let me look that up. Happy Pigs. Happy Pigs. Once human. They are indeed a pig. Okay, I'll raid into them. Okay. Stream team doing a fundraising event? Hell yeah. Fundraising, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna raid into them. Is it doing it? Wait a second. It didn't do it. Hold on. I will get this started. Hold on. Give me just a second, raiders. Stick around so we can, I guess, raid for a third time? Is it going? Is it going? I don't see the... Okay, I guess it is. Okay then. Okay, let me get the raid messages up just one more time. So you guys can have them. Since they kind of disappeared. Okay. And... I'll get that going. And thanks for raiding in. Thanks for joining me. And love you. Bye-bye. Mwah. Psych, we're back. I'm gonna try this fucking again. I've never hit end. Well, I didn't hit end, but I've never gone to like the ending screen and then had to jump back. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Okay, hold on. I'll redeem myself here. Hold on. I'm not this much of an idiot. Yes. Them. Okay. Now I got the start raid button. Okay, we're good now. Make sure. Happy pigs? Yes. Okay. We're fucking good now. We're good. Welcome to the club of scuff. For fucking real. Okay, for realsies this time. Yes, okay, we're good. Okay, for realsies this time. Love you, bye-bye. Can't even do it, my god.